3, 2, 1. Take tape.
What up? Hold on. Can you guys hear me? Can you guys actually hear me? Oh, I wonder. Hello. Okay. I guess we're live. Make sure you can hear me. Let me check. Make sure real quick. Yep. We're good. That's that. That's that. We're good to go. John says, let's go 49ers. Yeah. Would you say that the Dallas winning helps the Niners? Or would you say that the Seahawks winning helps the Niners? David McNiner will be joining me. Oh yeah, let me drop that. Let me get that going. So here, let me kick on some music real quick, so I don't have any dead air. It's accosted in my comment section for the dead air. So now we got music. Got something very heavy to talk about later. It has to do with our boy. So we'll get into that a little bit later. It's in the Friday night show. Friday night show. Let's go Seahawks, Damian Lee says. What up? Damian, I can really use your sense of humor tonight, sir. I really appreciate it. Oh, hey. Sorry, I'm beside myself right now. You'll all understand it later. But I want to give everybody their normal props. John LaJoy, shout out. Thank you for stopping in. Dave McNiner, even though he'll be on the panel, make sure he gets his love too. He's got a great channel, which you can actually stream this show on here pretty soon. Maybe even now. I don't know. I don't see anybody linked. I don't think he's jumped in here yet and linked it, but he'll probably do it. We got Bebop Jones in the house. Shout out to Bebop Jones. And we got Damian Lee. Damian Lee in the building. He calls me Palpatine. Guess I'm out here pulling the strings. And we got Jason, Captain Niner, Smash Massey in the house. And we got a young man who's about to see his team get flocked. Little Spongy. He's also got a channel. Make sure to go check him out. He opens up packs of cards, which is always fun to do. I didn't think that was going to be a thing until Josh Mangold from Grant Cohn fame put me on to opening packs, and I was like, this is cool. Like, makes me want to just open up packs. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't even care about these damn cards, but I just want to open up packs because that's cool. But yeah. Oh, the Seahawks have got their like throwbacks on. They got their 19, like their crisp 1980s or 90s. I don't know what it is. Need Joe. Yeah. I think everybody will want to be sitting down here soon. So, predictions on tonight's games. Let's get the score. Let's get the scores. Everybody's scores. Appreciate that. Oh, here, let's see what kind of sound effects we can get going. I think I like that one. Switch guitar up. Jason says 6-6. Raphael in the house. What up, sir? Appreciate you stopping in. Damian Lee says 24-18 Seahawks, which I think the Seahawks could win a game. Not saying that they're going to, but the Seahawks have got some talent on their team, and they could show up out of the middle of nowhere. They get their dander up, and they'll just beast somebody. And I think Dallas is a team that could be beasted by a Seahawks team that got their dander up, especially after getting fleeced by the 49ers last week. Break the beat down a little bit, huh? Mr. 2006 Man of the Year. Yes. You didn't know about that? If you were alive in 2006, you were the person of the year. Shout out to you. Someone told me to put that on something, and I was like, it's a joke. I saw somebody say, hey, if you need to spruce up your resume, put down 2006 Man of the Year. Which I was like, okay, yeah. But then they're going to look that up and see that everybody was. And then they're going to turn around and question everything else on your resume. I know. Because I thought it was interesting. It's a joke. I don't take myself that seriously. Continuing the show. Oh, we were going to have the show. We got the show. Looks like David will be stepping in for tonight's show. It might be a regular thing. Who knows? They're going down the field. They're about to kick it off here soon. They're talking about Deron Bland, his 5 interceptions. Who's he got them 5 interceptions on? Because they're showing one against the Commanders. You know what I mean? So I'll count him as having 4 interceptions. I don't know about you. I like those the jerseys at least of those Seahawks. See that blue? That blue I think is a lot better than that other blue, kind of. But the other blue with the green I think is a better combination. But that straight up old school blue I think is good looking blue. A good shade of blue. Way better than the Dallas Cowboys shade of blue. And the Seahawks kickoff, which means they will get it at the start of the second half. Dak Prescott will get the ball at, I'm guessing, the 25. It seemed like it was pretty, I didn't see any return, so. Let me know if the music gets annoying or if I need to turn it down. Happy to oblige. I got different kind of different type of beats too. I thought nobody could really get offended by this one. Dak Prescott in shotgun hands the ball off. 1st and 10 to, is it Pollard? Yep, Pollard gets 3 yards, I believe. Who cares about Dak Prescott? It's not that important. John LaJoy abused the Seahawks. Dak Prescott in shotgun. He fakes the handoff, and then he throws to CeeDee Lamb down the field to the Texas Star, right to the 50 on 2nd and 7. They're getting it going on these DBs. Let's see. Oh, Devin Witherspoon. He gives his outside leverage, and CeeDee cuts inside. Hits the seam. Safety couldn't get over in time. All right. I think they go back to CeeDee. He gets about 6 or 7 yards on that before immediately being tackled. Make sure to get your predictions in. Seems like everybody wants the Seahawks, whether they picked it on their cards last night. Or Damien. I guess you guys didn't do your cards last night. Dak Prescott under center. They bring a receiver motioning down. 2 receivers down at the bottom. They got a split back with a fullback and a running back who almost gets tackled for a loss. He might have been tackled for a loss. First contact was in the backfield about 3 yards deep. And by the time the play ended, he had fallen back about a yard, negative a yard in the backfield. But I think he got back to the line. Every time I see Seattle jerseys, I want some Skittles. Oh, you want to taste that rainbow, huh? Dak Prescott in shotgun fakes the handoff to Pollard, throws the ball down the field to an open number 3. Who's that? Brandon Cooks. Wide open. Split the zone. Totally split the zone. I don't think he was open like 2 seconds before then. Oh. He split between 2 guys. Nobody knew who to take him. Dak Prescott under center. He's some kind of a trick play. They're doing a sweep to the left side. He gets knocked out of bounds about 3 or 4 yards short on the first down. Next play you like? I picked Dallas, but I wouldn't mind seeing Seattle beat that. Dude, tell me about it. Bills and Philly? I picked Philly. And I'm watching the game going, hey, Philly, lose this one. I'm okay. I don't care about my pick'ems record right now, bro. Hey, we could be good. Bills, go get this. What is that? Pollard. They do a little screen pass to Pollard. He picks up the first down and about 2 more yards. Next play you like. I haven't seen a play yet that I liked. All right, Dak Prescott under center. They got multiple tight ends at the bottom. They throw it up top to a batted ball that could have been intercepted. Not necessarily that anybody was around there, but it was batted up in the ball where a person was kind of around. So if there was a Fred Warner around, that was an interception. So I kind of want to break the news to everybody. There's an elephant in the room. I kind of just want to get it off my chest. I don't know if Corey will be joining us again. I guess the doctors don't think he has much time. So that's where we're at. I think what I'm going to do is hopefully tomorrow, the Friday night show, we can let people come on and then they can, say some kind words about Corey, and hopefully he'll be around to hear that, hear you guys say that, so there was a penalty. There's been some plays going on in the game, but who cares, right? Yeah. So, yeah. Pretty sure David McNiner's gonna keep the pick'ems up and going. Pretty sure. It probably should just be called the Corey Lockdown Davis's pick'ems. But yeah. So please, if you can, try and find some way to kind of make some time tomorrow between the hours of 7 and 11. Hit me up on Twitter if you can only make a certain time period or something. Hit me or Bryant Culp up on Twitter, so you can get on and at least get some words out to our guy. I was crying earlier and just broken up. I'm struggling not to break down right here, so it's tough. Niners better win this fucking Super Bowl this year for fucking Corey. Just saying. Yeah. What up, Corona? Appreciate you, sir. Cowboys are 3rd and goal. They're probably going to fuck this up and have to... Yep. Dak gets sacked. Yeah. They're going to have to settle for a fucking field goal here. Pitiful. Yeah, look at the fucking screen, Dak. Look at the fucking screen, Dak. Like that's going to do something. Sorry, here, I'll get up here and... Yeah. 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 It was always nice to everybody. Even when we were yelling at each other, he always kept us together. And when that bastard David Corona and John Jay would start talking about baseball, he'd remind him it's a football show. Love you guys. I hope we can find some humor in that. Yeah. It's tough. It's okay, Phil. It's okay, Spongy. You can still want your Eagles to win. I would believe, I'm not speaking for Corey here, but if I know Corey would want you to rep your team because he reps his. Yeah, David, don't worry. If you need to pass, it's all good, man. Or if you need to wait to collect yourself too, that's whatever. I got you. I understand. I think Bryant was able to get 2 words out before he started getting emotional, and then it was a couple words after that I got emotional. So you know what I mean, like. And for all the men listening, it's okay to be emotional about things. It's just not okay to be emotional about things that don't mean shit. You know what I mean? And it's okay to speak about your feelings. Just you want to make sure you are speaking your feelings to people who are worthy of listening to them. That's how I would put it. It's a commercial. Appreciate you all for being here. Like I said, we're going to try and figure out something for tomorrow night. Do some kind of something to shit. Hey, Bryant Culp, should everybody have to do a karaoke song? Every host should have to pick their own song to karaoke. How do you like that? I think I kind of like that idea. Do a celebration show. Oh, I'm sorry, Spongy. I hope your day gets better. Hey, also, I remember going through school, and I remember bad days were just horrible, and I never could see like a way for it all to end, and you to get out of the certain situations. You just thought it was gonna be around you forever. Whatever it was, gossip or this or that. It all goes away. Those bullies in school, they're not really bullies outside in the world. They get thrown to the wayside because they don't know anything other than just being a bully. They got no other traits, and not most jobs are looking for bullies. Same thing with those mean girls. Nobody cares if you dress nice. They care how much you can bring to the table. So when you have those long, bad days in school, remember, it'll all be over. It'll all be over one day, and you'll be out in the regular world. And that's kind of where the average person has their most merit, is out in the regular world. Because other people appreciate people that pull their weight. Appreciate you, Spongy. Corey's stories about his rosters. Yeah. I like how he explains stuff, and then he get real slick right at the end. You know, he'd be, really, he'd explain it out, this and that, and at the end, he give you a little bit of slickness. That's what I like, Corey. Oh, DK Metcalf with a score. Boom, touchdown on 3rd and 8, 73 yards. Seahawks up on the Dallas Cowboys. What's a terrible idea? Oh, you're talking about the karaoke? Oh, no. No. It might be terrible for the eardrums and the sides, but I think it will all... it might make somebody laugh their ass off. You never know. Okay. Yes, we'll make sure there. Bryant says, I'm guessing he was saying yes on the karaoke. Bebop, are you going to come on singing some Meatloaf? I could do anything for love, but I won't do that. Yeah, no. Because Corey's a real guy. He's a real dude. He's nice. He treated everybody with the same amount of respect. You know what I mean? Just a big sweetheart of a dude. Love you, Corey. Oh, the Meatloaf video scared you as a kid, huh? I don't know what music videos scared me. God will have Corey's back. He is not going anywhere. Well, hopefully. Philly, or Little Spongy says, we all love you, Corey. That's right. Joe texts me, he's like, is there anything I can do to help? And I'm like, I don't know what to do. Like, what up, Jess? Thank you for stopping by. Seahawks are up on the Dallas Cowboys. Seahawks go to kick it off. The extra point was good. And it's a touchback. Holy Jesus. So they had Metcalf on a one-on-one. The safety was over top, looking like it was going to help. But all of a sudden, right at snap, The safety drifts over to the opposite side of the field and doesn't make his way back till the actual point of the catch, which DK Metcalf splits them. There's nobody now behind him. He's gone. And the Dallas Cowboys get the ball back and get a yard. Seahawks offense needs to stay on the field longer. I know you scored fast and that's cool, but you need to keep your defense off so they can be more effective. If you're going to win this game for us. Dak under pressure, sacked, almost fumble, almost strip sacked. Sacked, bringing up third down. Third down and I'm guessing over 10. It's probably like third down and 14, 15. He gets tagged by one guy over the shoulder. Oh, who was that? Number 20 something. And then Edge comes around and wraps him from this Witherspoon. Witherspoon taps him on his shoulder. He's like, oh shit, I need to get out of here. Runs into Witherspoon coming from around from behind. Dak empty back set. Shotgun. Three receivers to the top side. Throws it underneath route to the their tight end number 87. He gets a first down with forward progress. He got stopped and driven back, though. Corey is the definition of a good man, and he is loved. That is right. Oh, what does that mean, Jason? I know it's got to mean some fucking heavily respectful shit. Yeah, I didn't even know I was stepping in, and I was just doing the show. I knew Corey was having some time, and I was doing our normal thing, you know what I mean? And then last night, I didn't know this information last night. I just wanted to make sure. Corey takes the pick'ems with so much pride that I didn't want something, a little hospital spat, of his to kind of mess up his season, So I just wanted to make. It's not like it was anything big, you know what I mean? I just click a couple buttons. I printed off some papers and we just talk. Same thing I do all the time. So I don't want to not have pick'ems without Corey. You know what I mean? So there was a pass interference penalty that brought the Dallas Cowboys down to the 15-yard line, the Seahawks 15-yard line. And Dak going to the end zone up for CeeDee Lamb. I think it's a touchdown. Yes, it's a touchdown. He did kind of drop it at the end, but I don't know if that's anything. Oh, what up, CarCast? Some heavy news. Corey's not doing so well. And yeah. Corey might have streamed his last show. He hasn't passed. He's still with us. I'm just saying, he doesn't sound like he's in a spot where he can just stream anymore. So, just want you to know, CarCast. Okay. Tomorrow night, I want to do. I don't know who's doing it, but I kind of want to do a show where you guys can come on and everybody can kind of say their you know, give Corey his roses, hopefully, you know, where you can hear him. Everybody give him his roses. Because he deserves them. Yeah, John, a Cowgirls touchdown. I was too busy talking to see what was going on. Was that pass interference penalty? Was it legit? Did you think it was legit, or was it a ticky-tacky? Because some of these refs have been given some ticky-tacky calls lately, and it changes games, and that sucks. I don't like that to change outcomes of games. It's not good for the game. Yep. So it is commercial break. The Seahawks will be getting the ball back. Oh, wow. The Cowboys suck on grass. He's all right on Zach's all right on grass, but Cowboys are turf teams, baby. And the Seahawks get a touchback. They'll bring the ball out on the 25. Yes, Corey and his introductions. Corey's the best at the introductions. I remember when I first started thinking about the Friday show, I was like, Corey, you're doing the introductions. You do the best introductions. So that's why when I started out the show, when the show started out, it was Corey doing his style introductions. Because why are you gonna have anybody else do the introductions when you got Corey? You know what I mean? Like, ridiculous. Hey, Carcass, you don't need to say good luck to his team. All right. The Seahawks, they run a screen to the bottom. Is that Smith and Jigba? Yep. Smith and Jigba, minimal gain. There's a flag on the play. They had trips to the bottom. David Corona giving his roses. Oh, DK Metcalf with the holding. That'll make a negative play. Good luck to your next Niners. Oh, see, look, he didn't even see. He took it and didn't give it back. See that? Ooh, what do we like this one? The DK Metcalf touchdown was nice. Yeah. And Lockett gets a nice first down catch, but there's another flag on the play. Oh, they're thinking it's a free play. Sorry, I wasn't watching. That's right. Love you, Corey. All right, Geno Smith in like a pistol. No, we get shotgun. They audible DK out of the pistol formation. Down. They fake a screen up top and then hand the ball off. They're trying to do something with that later. Wouldn't have met Corey without you. So, oh, hey. I remember Corey always coming to my shows saying what's up. I was like, man, this guy Corey Davis is awesome. DK Metcalf with a great catch downfield. Just crazy. Didn't even let him know the ball was out. Didn't even put his hands out like this. Just kind of did this over his shoulder. Walked it in there. Yep. Yeah. We got you, John. Niners, you better get the Super Bowl. Better get the Super Bowl. Corey wanted multiple Super Bowls. Remember that. Corey wants multiple Super Bowls. He just didn't want number 6. He wants 6, 7, and 8. Let's get them all while we're there. Can we play multiple Super Bowls in 1 year? Can we just stack the next team up? Go right after? You know what I mean? I think we could get through 3 full teams. Oh, Geno was under pressure, backpedaling. Somebody hooked him on his foot. It was Parsons, I'm guessing. And he fell down. I don't know if he got the ball off. What he did, there was a receiver in the area, but it wasn't back to the line of scrimmage, but there was a receiver in the area. He got the ball off. Jason Myers to attempt the kick. Fourth and 5. Seahawks field goal is no good. Wide right? Sorry, I missed it. I just heard the... Yep, wide right. Always remember Corey is the GOAT. That's right. Corey Lockdown Goat Davis. So the Seahawks are wasting chances to score points. The only thing they're doing is at least they're keeping the offense on the field. I love the Marine commercials. You know why Marine commercials look the way they do? It's because they attract the candidates that they're looking for. All right. It's 1st and 10. I can't remember what happened this last play. I just watched it, but I don't give a shit. 3 receivers to the bottom. Dak Prescott in shotgun. Pollard to his left. They fake it to him. They throw it to a screen. In and out of the hands of, was that Cook? No, Cook is number 3. That's right. Who's number 9? I don't care. They fucking suck. Cowboys suck. Fuck Dallas. Remember that. And in shotgun, they fake it to Pollard. They throw the ball to CeeDee Lamb. He gets it for about 4-yard gain. 3rd down and 6. Somebody's all pissed about him getting pushed out of bounds because he was putting up a fight. So they made sure he got out of bounds. He didn't get roughed up or anything. Ooh, hello, State Farm agent. What's your name? I got a spot for those khakis. Sorry. I'm bad. I appreciate that, Spongy. And like Corey would, I'm sure, want you to rep your team because that's your team. Oh, you want to come on? You're going to be watching the game? Hold on. Oh. I got to cut the tunes off, don't I? Yep. Oh, that David Corona. You're going to lose all the music. All right. I've got somebody to bring to the show with me. Please welcome the one and only from Stockton, California, Brian Cope. What up, man? You're muted. I can't hear you. Can't hear you.
Well,
Now,
got that corrected. Well, we got a football game, and I was walking to the store. I needed to get a beer. I've been trying to slow down on drinking beer a little bit. Want to get back into, a little bit better of just better health. And today it's a good night to have a beer. But yeah, I heard you let the cat out of the bag, which is completely great. Fine. It's not fine, but it is fine. People need to know. Everybody who's here knows Corey. Corey's great. So if you guys have the opportunity, you feel it in your bones, please say a prayer for him. He's our good friend. We have him right now. We just don't know how much longer we'll have him. And we know the time is coming, but we're scarier because he's like the clock's ticking a little bit faster. I will cry, and I'm not afraid to cry, but I just want you guys to know I'm here, and I'm gonna take care of business. But Corey's a great guy, and Ryan said it right too. He's always treated everybody with respect. So if you had an opportunity to subscribe, or you haven't had a chance to subscribe, please subscribe because he's got a lot of great content. He's a good person to meet, good person to be around. It makes me feel good. And the Niners better win the Super Bowl. Better win the Super Bowl.
They better win 2. Corey wanted it. Corey wants it. Sorry. I just
So to let everybody know what's going on, we got an opportunity possibly to get Corey back on the show sometime, depending on how he feels. And when we do, we're gonna go big. We're going big. So if it happens, you guys keep the notifications on because we're gonna light up the sky.
You like that idea about the karaoke?
Oh yeah, and I have a challenge for everybody. So if you guys have ever heard me and Corey talk and stuff, and Ryan and everybody, we've always been like, "Hey, who's your favorite female singer?" And I've always been like, "Oh, Mariah Carey," right? And everybody giggles, and then Corey, I'll ask Corey, and he says he likes J-Lo, right? So I I encourage everybody to come tomorrow for our show. We'll sing karaoke. You can bring your best Mariah Carey or your best J-Lo, and we will sing them.
I think I like J-Lo more than Mariah Carey any day too.
Hey, some people like blondes, some people like redheads, some people like brunettes. You know, hey,
And real true men like a nice ass. And
hey,
that's
have you heard that before from Joy Coy?
no
Rice is rice.
what
You know.
Joey Coy is freaking hilarious. I used to work with some Filipino ladies, and oh my god, it's so funny to hear him do impressions of his mother, because it just brings me back. Oh, hey, hold on, we got somebody else to bring to the stage. You might know him. His name is David Corona. He's from the city of Corona. It's David Corona.
What's up, everybody?
What up, David?
What's up, Ryan? What's up, Brian? Man, after Brian's brother called me, and it was pretty sad. But I think God will have his back. He'll come back. He's not going nowhere.
So I reached out to a lot of people today, and I said, "Hey, Corey, he's your friend. He's my friend, and we need to tell you. I need to tell you." So I reached out to a couple people, and tomorrow we're gonna have a show, and I'm not sure exactly whose show. We did talk to Beto today, so we're gonna be going live with his show tomorrow. But we're also going to be going live, and I don't know who's going to be filling. I think it was Jason Niner Smash. Jason was going to fill the back end show, so we can still do that. But we're gonna do something here really soon. And if it's not, it should be tomorrow. But if it's not tomorrow, we're gonna keep everybody posted. I'm gonna make sure everybody has a chance to call in, just like what Ryan was saying. You call in, you say this.
Give Corey his roses, you know what I mean? Why, so he knows how you feel about him. Because if he does get better or he doesn't, you kind of want him to know how much he meant to you and know that he got it. Because, we had one of our greats, Dwight Clark. He passed away, but before he passed away, everybody wrote in their letters. And it meant so much to him to read those. And I think we could do that for our man, Corey Davis. We don't have to write letters in. We could just speak it. But I think he would appreciate knowing that he touched somebody, in a way where they will always take something from it. You know what I mean? They will always, because he has with me. I
called into Rombo a lot, but I never was like, oh man, this is easy, or it's. I always thought you needed this huge setup and everything. And then shout out to John Jay. Started calling into John Jay. Well, not calling in, but going to John Jay's show, and I met Corey there, and I started recognizing his name in other people's channels. And Corey reached out to me and asked me if I would sub to his channel, and I did. And then I started seeing his channel, and I see David Niner was there, and I was like, wow, these guys are all like in this guy's channel, and they kind of do things on their So in a way, Corey got me into YouTube because he allowed me to come on his show and start doing the weekly pickups. And I think David. I think if anybody's going to continue it, I think it should be David.
Oh, I texted David today before I even knew this. I said, "Hey, if Corey can't do another one, you should be the one that do it." kind of
Yeah,
knowing that this might come at some point, and yeah, and I hope David wants to keep it the Corey Davis Pick'em Lockdown Davis Pick'em show. You know what I'm saying?
It's that show's name. You know,
Yeah,
it's still
right.
it's on a different channel, maybe, but it's still the same name. You know,
Yep.
and you know when you guys die truly, it's not when they write the date down and put you in the ground. It's when the last time your name is spoken.
Okay, so you can live forever.
Yeah, the first time I met Corey, I know you don't like the other guy, but I'm not saying his name. But yeah, I was on his channel. I met Corey, and Corey asked me, "Have you subscribed to me?" I said, "No, I subscribed to you." So after then, we've been talking. He never disrespected me. He was like a good brother, and
Yeah,
he was nice to everybody.
he was like our older brother.
Yep. So you have to give it up to God, or
David Corona, what song are you singing tomorrow night?
what song you want me to sing?
No, you got to come up with your own song. What song would you sing in tribute for Corey? It doesn't necessarily have to be a song for Corey, but a song.
I'm singing him a 49er song.
What's the 49er song?
I sent it to him before. I think I sent it to you too before.
Okay.
So I don't know what song to sing. I just think something in my head for Corey, and hope it touches his heart, and I hope he's hearing this, and we love you, Corey, and you're not going anywhere, bro. But I'll figure out something for him. Yep. It was pretty hard when he called me, and he told me those words, like the words he said, and me and his brother was talking. He said, "Let's go 49ers," like Corey said. Yeah, go 49ers. They're gonna win the Super Bowl for him. Not one, but just 2 or 3 or 4, like he said. And we gonna win it in Vegas just for Corey. So I hope he's feeling better. I hope he does go to that Christmas game. 'Cause, I want to be there, and hopefully I could meet him at the stadium.
That's right. Corey was supposed to go to the Christmas game.
I'm going to that game too. If he goes, I'm gonna call him, and I wanna meet him, give him a hug, and
So
I said, go ahead, Brian.
The game right now currently is 7-17. The Cowboys are winning. Charbonnet sounds like a fancy wine. He got to about the 40-yard line. So, folks, thanks for sticking with us. There is a game, but we are talking about our homie, our big brother Corey.
Oh, hell yeah.
Ryan, I know you've been on YouTube for a little while. Where do you think you first saw Corey?
I can't remember if I saw him in one of my shows or if I saw him in somebody else's shows.
Yeah.
But I remember I didn't have very many subscribers and Corey was in my shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah. He has
And
such a huge Facebook account. He really does. And he sends the link to, like the notifications to so many people.
He used to send me the link all the time.
he told me he had a show, and I was like, "Oh, really? You got a show? Okay, well, let me check it out." And so I check it, and I subscribe to everybody. It's free. You know what I'm saying? I know how hard this is. So anybody who has got a channel and they're halfway cool, I subscribe because like it's tough. So I hook people up like that. If there was more people like me, YouTube would be a lot easier as far as, hitting the subscribe and like button. People would find it a lot more rewarding. But you know what I mean? Like, don't worry about it. I'm not tripping on anybody for, not doing it. I'm just saying, like that's the way I look at things. And Corey was the same way. Corey was like, let's get everybody their roses, you know what I mean? Subscribe to them, like to them. Corey knew what it was about. He didn't care about making money or getting monetized. He cared about having people in the chat and them having fun and them participating. Why do you think he had his pick'em show? He loved going through all them pieces of paper and collecting everybody's data and then telling everybody how they did at the end of the week. You could tell.
I will never forget him. I will
Process.
never, ever, ever forget him taking your fan card, Ryan.
Oh yeah, he took my fan card.
Oh
he
man,
giggled so much. Oh my gosh. I was like, oh, he sounds like he's having so much fun. And he waited several different shows to say it to you.
I know he did too. He giggled so hard when he did it too. Hey.
I like how he did the trivia too on the book every week.
Hey,
and we had
Ryan.
fun.
Yeah.
Ryan,
What's up?
I know tomorrow might be a little bit different of a show, but we got like 3 or 4 people asking in the chat if they could. Do you mind dropping the link in the chat? If you don't, it's okay. But we
So
might.
you know what? Tomorrow, I think I'll just start a show on my channel early,
like 6 o'clock.
I was thinking like 5 o'clock.
Well, I get home at 5, so it's got to be 5:15.
No, I'll start a show. You can hop in whenever you want. You know what I mean? I just want to make sure.
I don't want to be late.
Oh, no, I just want to make sure everybody's got a chance to get in and say their piece, and like everybody in the chat will be able to. John Jay's got a invite out. Will you cover? I'm gonna go get a beer.
All right, I'll be here.
Okay, you cover. I'm gonna go get a beer. Seahawks are running down.
I have a beer with you, bro. I got one in the refrigerator.
I think it's one of them nights.
It definitely is.
Yeah, what's up, Brian?
Hey, David.
Yeah, man.
So you met him on CG's channel? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. CG is CG's a cool guy, and he should be.
I didn't want to say no names, but you already know.
No, it's no worries. Any friend of Corey is a friend.
Yeah, for sure, man. He called me too. He said, "I'm in the hospital. The show's off." I told him I keep praying for him, and after that, his brother called me today, and I talked to his sister and his sister-in-law.
Yeah.
So I talked to them, and it's like hardful to hear that.
After you talked to me, I went ahead and called Corey's brother, Kurt.
Cool.
Real quick, we got a score update, folks. A score, boop, 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 right? 13-17, bearing the kick from possibly the kicker, because we got to see that.
I hope Corey goes to that game, man. I do want to meet him.
I hope Corey stays until we all have a time, right?
Yeah.
I'm not trying to be morbid. I'm not trying to be nasty, or we all have.
You just talking fast.
right? We have a time. Corey's time's ticking very fast. I want the season to end as soon as possible so we can win the Super Bowl so Corey can see it.
Exactly.
That's what I want. I don't want to hear, oh, we beat the Seahawks and we don't have Corey anymore. I don't want to hear, oh, we beat. No, we won the
Super Bowl. Super Bowl with that trophy.
And then I want to see Corey see it again, but I know he's got some ailments. There's some other health problems. I called his brother, just like I said, right after I talked to you today. And
Awesome. He told you the same thing?
He updated me a little bit, clarified a little bit, and we don't have much time with Corey.
Yep.
All right, so John LaJoy is correct. We're 14-17. Bebop Jones, stay strong, Mr. Corey. Bebop, when we do our big show, I will make sure I get you on. Corey, right now, I just got a picture from his brother. Corey's sleeping.
Yeah.
He's doing really good. So he's sleeping.
Oh, he's sleeping.
Guys.
Oh, wow. You could send that.
Everybody, sometimes energy, sometimes just getting some sleep helps. And we just need him to get better. And,
yeah.
So again, hey, everybody, thank you for doing the pickup show. We've had so much fun. We're going to try to continue to move on with it. We're never going to move away. We're going to continue. And if Corey is able to continue on, then we're gonna rock with Corey.
Oh, hell yeah.
If not, we're going to get David to do it, or one of us is going to jump up and we're going to hold down the fort.
No, I know McNiner would do it because he started with him the first pick'em show and the second pick'em show. McNiner always been there.
McNiner don't really have a choice because I'm gonna kind of push him into doing it.
Yeah.
And if he doesn't, then okay, then I'll fight Ryan for it. We're gonna keep the show going, right?
I think McNiner would do it.
Yeah, and if McNiner had a better, he's having internet issues tonight, so
I called them too. I talked to him 2 times today.
David, if you're listening, which you're probably not, but if you are, calling on your phone if you can. Send you the link or get you to come in, but if not, that's all right. You take care of business as well. David is a really cool guy. David Crone is a really cool guy. Everybody I've met through Corey's channel, it's been really, really wow. Life is super short, right? And it's like if you really don't enjoy the moments that you have, you don't have to go around being grumpy all the time. And if you go around, and you meet somebody and it's the first time, it could be the last time. But if you enjoy it, or, again, Corey was one of the nicest guys I've probably ever met. And
yeah, me too.
Like you said earlier, David, he never was disrespectful. He there was a couple times he got upset, and the reason he got upset was because he was passionate. And he defended people. He stood up.
Hell yeah.
He always tried to de-escalate the situation when he seen people were getting heated. And Ryan said it. I talked to Ryan earlier, and we were talking, and Ryan said it on the show. Corey Davis is one of the biggest.
I know. He used to get mad at me for always talking over him, but. He was never disrespectful, like being rude or whatever. But it was not my fault. I was not trying to talk over him, but it is what it is. He never disrespect me.
All right, so Dak Prescott just threw the ball to number 87, and he definitely had a good catch, almost a first down. But now it's 3rd and 1. So are we going to see the tush push? Time will only tell.
Who did you pick tonight?
Corey is truly everyone's biggest, best brother.
Oh, hell yeah!
And he might be he might be somebody's little brother or middle brother, but he's all of our big brothers. And
hell yeah!
I can tell you I've learned a lot just talking with Corey. So Tyler Smith, he is making some noise out there. And yes, Little Sponge, we're going to try to keep everything going. We'll try to keep the trivia show going. We'll try to keep the pickup show going. We will try. All you can do is try. Every day you wake up, you go to school, you go to work, you punch in, clock in, you do what you got to do. And
Oh
again,
yeah.
if you're rude to somebody or you're short with somebody, you really got to look yourself in the mirror at the end and say, why? Why did you have to be rude? You know, you throw the piece of trash on the ground, you look at yourself later on and say, why? What did I do? There's a trash can somewhere. There is your pocket, you know. I mean, but no, you're just again, you know, I was gonna wait to say this on my show, and I'm gonna say it. I went to work this week, and Tuesday morning I walked into a murder scene at my job. I work at an apartment complex, and somebody got shot and killed in my job. It's not cool. It's not cool at all. And you know, to get into an argument or to, you know, just in someone's life for a dispute, sometimes it's better just to walk away. Sometimes it's better, you know. Sometimes you do have to be like that guy, you know, or that hero or whatever. You hear a sound outside, you need to go take a look. But at a certain point, you need to understand too. Swinging a door open too fast and you're not protected, you might get shot. It's not right. And I'm really, 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 I really, 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 really want everybody to just remember like kindness goes a long way. It really does. But hey, again, it's 14-17. It's the second quarter. We got 5 minutes and 44 seconds left. And, you know, the Cowboys are driving. They're driving right now. It's a little bit past the 40-something yard line. And it's just really weird. But shout out to the Seahawks for wearing their throwback uniforms. That I wish they'd wear those every game.
So
I don't like the lime green jerseys.
we got John Jay coming in all the way from Daly City.
What's up,
Joe
guys?
Primer.
What's up, guys?
What up, John Jay?
I'm doing good. You know, didn't have to go to work, have a day off, and then I hear this news. We're all human. You know, I'm not afraid to say this. I've been criticized by some people. Something wrong with showing a little tears for someone you actually care for. And
Yeah.
Corey, I have a bond with him because we go back during YTCs, you know, crazy hangout streams, being up to like 1 a.m. in the morning over there. So hearing this, you know, kind of, you know, I'm going to be honest, sucks. I hope he fights. And I do agree. Niners, it's not quest for 6, it's quest for Corey.
Quest for Corey.
Yeah.
It's like when Kobe Bryant died. You know, the Lakers won it for the Kobe. You know. But
that's really beautiful. Okay. I'm gonna say that everywhere I go. Quest for Corey.
Quest for Corey.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I'll make a nice graphic, Bryant. I'll drop it for you so you can have a nice
What's
like
up,
lower
John Jay?
third.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I don't drink alcohol, so I'm going through.
Hey, don't worry about it.
Some water. Go get you some water
Howard.
from the tap or something. You know, go get you a nice clean glass and enjoy the game with us. We're looking right now. The game currently right now is 14-17. It's second down. Pollard's running off the field. We got a couple more minutes until halftime's over. And you know what? The Seahawks are totally in this game. Believe it or not, they could really shock the world and defeat Dallas, even if Dallas scores this touchdown, you know, before the half. But if you look at the play right now, they're getting into the backfield, and that's what Dallas is having a problem with. They have a big offensive line that's getting exploited. 2nd and 14. Dallas completes the pass, but they're just, I don't know. Like sometimes it's just, I guess every play is worth it. You know, it's all about the yards, right? But let me throw it to you guys real quick. I gotta go check. I have a chicken I'm gonna throw in the deep fryer. So I'll be back in a second.
Ooh,
Oh yeah,
deep fry that
Ryan.
chicken.
Ryan, this is for Corey.
It was for Corey. Corey.
Oh yeah.
Mhm. Yep.
I was gonna call you, John Jay, but I knew you probably busy, so
Yeah.
I left you a message on Instagram.
Yeah. I saw it. Yeah, my bad. I just been too busy the last couple
No,
of
no
weeks.
worries, man.
Really, really busy. But I got I had the rest of the afternoon off. Tomorrow I don't have to go to work. So yeah, like my grandfather before he passed away, he told me this quote. He says, "When you have a great relationship with someone and you don't cry for them, you did not love that person, and that person didn't love you." So he says, if you're crying and you feel sad for Corey, it means you love that person so much. I can tell you, when my grandfather died, I cried for a few days, but because I loved him and he loved me. So that's the good thing, that we're showing emotion, how much he really contribute. And he would tell me privately sometimes, he says, I love doing the shows, John Jay, because I love being around everybody. I don't want to disappoint anybody. And so that's something that he would always tell me.
Well, Corey, you never disappointed us.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I always appreciated
Mm-hmm.
especially like sometimes you could tell Corey had something to say and he's so dang polite. He didn't want to interrupt people. So I'd have to like interrupt for him and then turn around and say, what'd you have to say, Corey? You know what I mean?
Right.
Like it annoyed me because he's just so damn nice. He couldn't, get his points across sometimes. And instead of stepping on somebody else's toes, essentially, he'd rather just sit there and be silent.
I should have done that too more often, but it was not my fault though. Like in my head, like I'm trying to get him to answer, but like people talking and like when people talking, I always forget what I want to tell them. So that's why
You're all
I
good,
was
man.
not trying to be rude, but I don't know how to say it.
I wasn't speaking directly about you. I was just saying that
Oh,
there's
I
times
know.
where we get in heated conversations and Corey's trying to add his 2 cents, and
Yeah,
we're so passionate at going back and forth with the other person, we won't let Corey into the conversation.
exactly.
You know what I mean? That's what I was referencing to.
Oh, I know. Yeah. He's not going nowhere, bro.
Well, he'll always be with us one way or another.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. This game is already better than the bum fight on Sunday night with the Bears and Vikings. Oh my God. Holy shit.
I need
Oh, that
Who
was
did you-
so horrible.
I need
Who did you guys pick for tonight?
I picked Dallas.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
You too, John Jay?
Yeah.
I have a feeling though that we might be wrong, and I'm okay. I'm totally okay with that.
Because they're gonna lose two in a row because they got us next week. So after that loss for them, so they're just dropping.
No, I'm talking about I can see the Seahawks winning this one and
Oh.
putting Dallas down another.
Yeah.
Which is even better for us, which is better for us than Seahawks going down another, because we'll like you said, we'll get them next week.
Oh yeah. Hell yeah. Man, I do want to meet them over there at the stadium because I'm going to my first ever 49er game, and I want to go see him. And you too, John Jay. But
Yep.
I just talked to my cousin. He said we're leaving Monday morning, 4:00 in the morning.
Okay.
So
Yeah. Well, I'll just like whatever that day I'm supposed to be doing, I'm gonna cancel that so I can meet him again in person.
oh yeah.
John said he picked the Seahawks.
He did. Oh, I'm gonna be having back
Cowboys-
surgery in January.
Cowboys are knocking. There's a minute and 54 left in the half. Dak is scrambling, gets thrown to the ground. Holding penalty, I believe, coming up. It'll be repeat second down, so they're going to take it. Oh man.
Did you talk to Corey yet, John Jay?
The last time I spoke to him, he called me. I think it was
Tuesday.
I think Monday or Tuesday.
I think it was Tuesday. He called me too.
And he told me, he says that he was at the hospital. I thought he was just doing dialysis. And he told me, hey, John, I'm not doing the pick'ems. I said, and I told him, oh, no worries, man. You don't have to disappoint me. I know no one's gonna ever get mad at you. And
Never.
He's like, I just feel bad that I cannot do it. I said, don't worry, you rest up. We'll see you next week. We'll do the pick'ems the following week. And that was the last time he spoke to me.
Yeah, me too. He called me. He said same thing what you said right now. And told him no worries. We take care of you. We pray for you. And I'm right here for you. So I text him yesterday. No answer. So I called today. I talked to his sister and his sister-in-law. And after that, his brother called me.
Yeah.
So after I found out, he told me to call all his friends on YouTube.
Mhm.
So I did that. So I called Brian, I called McNiner, I called Brian. So I was gonna call you, but I didn't know if you were busy or not. I didn't want to rep it up or.
We need everybody's pick'ems. We need everybody's pick'ems who didn't do them last night with me.
Did you get my pick'ems, Ryan?
I've got yours.
Okay, cool.
I will get yours. I will get yours taken care of. But shit.
So now on send the pick'ems to you or McNiner or John Jay or Brian.
We'll figure that out. Who knows? The show will probably. I'm guessing the show's going to be on David McNiner's channel because we've already spoken about that.
Yeah.
And then who knows? It might be like a group project. He might take over it all. He might ask somebody to help him some way. I don't know.
Yeah.
We'll play it as it goes. But for right now, let's just the only other thing is we got to figure out how to get all our previous scores. See if we can do that.
I can do that for you. I got that memory thing, and I love numbers, so I'll bring the numbers and I'll text it or send it to whoever needs the numbers.
Oh, you get the previous ones from watching last show? Okay.
I can just go watch all the shows, and I'll put everybody down, and I'll send it to McNiner or you or Ryan or whoever will be doing the show. So, yep.
We're gonna have to do something for trivia too.
Oh yeah, hell yeah.
You're right. Okay.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Somebody needs to get a book.
Yep.
Or we'll figure something else out.
Yeah. Things like this, put life in perspective. I know I don't really talk outside of sports, but I may not like the Cowboys, I may not like the Seahawks and all the teams, and I root for my team. But even if you root for another team, you treat me with respect, I'll treat you with respect. we have that mutual 3-hour hatred for the game, and then we'll be back as friends again. That's called life. We're all humans. We're all we have our things going on in life. We try to keep it away from YouTube, but we're all human beings together, and so sometimes I always just tell myself, hey, I'm a sports fan. I love my teams. I don't care what team you root for. It's all about respect. Sometimes I can be guilty myself. Sometimes I go a little bit too far, but things like this always put life in perspective, and you get to see the side of everyone. We're all just trying to find a place on this big planet, and we find a community, and we become brothers and sisters. I know I don't have friends. I have brothers and sisters. Okay, you guys are my brothers, and that's how I see you guys, brothers, not friends, brothers. And that's
Oh yeah,
what you
me too.
are to me.
Little Spongy's asking about doing Eagles trivia. Jeez.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think so, little Spongy. Sorry.
Yep.
Well,
Corey's
at
not
some point,
Corey's not an Eagle fan. He's a diehard Niner fan.
at some point, we're gonna run out of 49ers questions, or it's gonna be it's gonna be very labor intensive to come up with them, because at some point you're not gonna be finding questions. You'll have to come up with questions.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So, we could branch
He
out.
didn't. He really didn't like other sports, huh? He just like football.
NFL. As far as I know.
And Corey's brother said he was gonna call me tonight if Corey wanted to speak, but Brian said he just got a picture. He's sleeping right now, so I don't know, man.
Yep. I know I got Joe's picks.
I know he's going for the Seahawks tonight, huh?
Yeah. I got John Jay's picks.
Mm-hmm.
I got Corona's picks. I'm trying to think of who else.
Nathan, Crazy Juice, Bebop.
Crazy Juice. That's the one we're missing.
Mm-hmm.
We're missing
Crazy
Crazy
Juice.
Juice. We didn't get Crazy Juice last night.
Hey, Crazy Juice, if you're in here, send them to John Jay, Ryan, or McNina, or Brian.
So
Or
I sent
myself, I send them out.
I sent my picks just like David McNiner did to Corey Davis's Twitter, like I normally do, and Tony's. I will send that also to you, Ryan, and I will send it also to David McNiner,
Yep.
because McNiner should be the one. I don't even think we need to vote on it. He's the one that's going to carry the show until Corey can come back, or until
Something else, yeah.
McNina too. Oh, God, sorry.
I want everybody to know, shout out to Corey Davis. We're deep frying Carl tonight.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. If you guys don't know, Carl is a really, really funky, aggressive. He's just one of those kind of guys, right? No, he's no guy. He is a rooster.
No, he's not a rooster. He's a cock.
Well, anytime you guys eat chicken, think of Carl.
Down with the Carl. Down with the Carl.
And Corey was a good singer too.
Oh, and Bebop makes a good point. Nathan Z. We need to get a hold of Nathan Z.
Oh yeah, Nathan Z.
I got Nathan's his picks.
You just need Crazy Juice.
The thing Never mind. John Jay said he's going to handle that. The pass numbers. We just need the pass numbers. We don't need each week. I don't think that, because we can't reproduce that in a banner anyways, because Corey was maxing out the amount of characters you could have in the banner. So,
Well,
yeah,
you only can have so much in the banner, or like
Yeah.
what YouTube does?
uh-huh.
Oh, okay.
All right, so I just messaged Crazy Juice. I follow him on Instagram, so he'll give me his thing.
Yeah, I texted him last night or tweeted him on Twitter, but
All right, so we got breaking news or update for the game. It's 14-20, but the Seahawks are on the move. They just got a first down. It's second quarter with 41 seconds left to go, and the Seahawks are soaring. Because they're not going to be like fly Seahawks fly. That's the Eagles thing, right? So
they're on the 45-yard or no, they're on the 43-yard line, on their own 43-yard line. Gino lets the ball fly. Looks like it's incomplete, but there was a flag on the play. Jason Smith and Jigba.
man, that guy's last name's almost like a bad word, isn't it? Like, I can't say it.
If you say it too fast, you could get really close to saying some bad shit. You know what I'm saying?
I'm
if
like,
you say
whoa,
it
I gotta
too
really
fast,
use
mess
the
up.
pronouns.
Yeah. Whoa.
Shout out to phonics.
So there's a shout out to Joe. There's the Men's Room is a radio show up here, and they've got a segment. It's called Ted versus the FCC, and essentially they give him tongue twisters that'll make him say words that you can get fined like $250,000 for and lose your job for getting that on the radio. And what they do is they make him say it once, and then he has got to say it 3 times fast, and they got a delay. So when he messes up, they dump him. And then they just kind of come back, and he's like, ah. But that's fun. Maybe we should. Oh, Bryant.
I gotta answer this.
Tongue twisters for tomorrow.
Real quick. I'll come back. Damian Lee is right. Gino is not the answer. He is not. The Seahawks are definitely going to draft a quarterback next year. I don't know who it is. I don't care who it is. We'll wait to see, right? But
I'm not getting that tattoo.
Oh, what would be a tongue twister? We'll have to come up with something like Mitch Wisnowski. Like every time I hear his name, I think of what's the blue guy and the green little guy. It was Closets Inc. or something like that. What?
Monsters Inc.
Monsters Inc. Thank you.
You're thinking of the eyeball guy because he had the Polish last name.
Yeah, like Wazowski, like
Wazowski or something like that. Yeah.
So you guys said who's doing the show tomorrow?
So tomorrow is going to be Beto and Niner Jess. They are hosting the show. So that's it'll be 2 more people because they're not together, but it'll be 2 more squares. But they're hosting the show, and then in the late show it should be Jason Niners Massey or Captain Niner Massey.
All right, how we come in?
So I'm gonna probably start a show around 5:00 tomorrow to let everybody come in and say what's up to Corey. Which we should also make sure we share the link to Corey's brother, so his brother knows to put it on for him. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, because even if he's just in the background, he doesn't have to be on. He doesn't have to be on camera. He could be on Avatar. But even if he's just hearing us in the background, that might be pretty cool.
I'm talking about they could just click on the link and just play it on. He doesn't even have to go on StreamYard. If just as long as he can hear everybody. That's the only thing I care about. So, yeah. So with 16 seconds left, there's drums. It's 3rd and 2. Seahawks are on the 39-yard line of the Dallas Cowboys. Lockett gets the ball for a first down and immediately out of bounds for the gain of like 10. Bring it
What
up.
are you
First and
watching?
10, 13 seconds left. Huh?
What are you watching on?
NFL Plus.
Okay, I think I'm a little faster than you.
Yeah, that's a normal thing.
Go get my
That's a normal thing. Even when David McNiner is watching on his NFL Plus, he's a little quicker than me.
So, can anybody say that wide receiver's last name again?
Smith and Jigba.
He just got a touchdown.
Yes, he did, which I would have called if I wasn't getting cut off.
We're learning. We're learning.
Mhm.
Somebody's got to be the commentator. Somebody's got to be the funny guy. I could do both, but I could step back. Too.
So how we normally do it is, somebody calls by the quarter. So like Corey would do the
you guys
first quarter,
rotate.
and I would do the second quarter, and then the person who isn't calling the game is the color commentator.
Yeah, they're telling the dad jokes. Love it.
Well, they're going, oh yeah, well he had a great game last week.
Yeah.
There was a penalty on that play too. Hold on.
And the ball hit the ground.
Mhm.
I don't know if it.
One.
I don't know if it really hit the. Oh, they're putting it on the one.
Well, they're
If the
still calling
play's
it a
under-
touchdown right now. It hasn't been reviewed, but if that ball comes out at the top, and if it was my opinion, I would say that was an incomplete pass. It slips out too much at the top, and then when you come down, like the top of it, if you're thinking of the ball at the top of its head, it kind of like slipped out there.
I don't know.
Yep. Well, thanks for having me on, guys. You enjoy your stream. Hopefully, you guys, we're all brothers here. Corey, we will always keep his memory alive. So shout out to No Borders, Brian, and I know I'll see Corona in a bit. So you guys have a good night.
I see you over there right now.
Take it easy.
All right, down there.
I think that it's not a catch.
No, now
you have-
now you're on my side.
Well, you have to maintain it through the ground, right? And so this is the thing though. If you look at it initially, right? He catches it at one point. He's got control of it, right? Wouldn't you say that? But he doesn't control it through the ground.
Yeah.
But he's got control of it, which means it's a touchdown at that point. Immediately it's a touchdown at that point, right? But no, you got to wait for him to go through the ground. Like, I don't know.
What did the ball popped up?
It moved.
It moved, so that's not a catch.
When he came down, like he kind of like squeezed it, and then it kind of come up a little bit, and that's when it dipped and touched the ground.
But it looked like he
No
already
catch
had
there.
control over it, and it was just in an awkward position. So that's why it's like, I don't know. Even if
they call it a touchdown, I won't be mad.
It's
Who made it? Cowboys or Seahawks?
Seahawks.
Oh man.
I won't be mad. Yeah, where's Joe? Call Joe. David, what, are you leaving us? Dipping out, going to John Joe's channel?
Yeah, he's doing a call-in show. I'm not trying to be rude, but I told him I wasn't beyond. And
if he's doing a call-in show, then he's gonna have other guests, right?
I think so.
As long as you want, bro. But no, yeah,
Call
if you gotta leave, it's okay.
No,
I'm gonna
catch.
have to go on pause for a minute because I gotta go pull Carl out of the deep fryer. So I'll be back.
Yeah, no problem.
But I'll be back.
All right. How long you gonna do being live to the whole game or what?
What's up? Yeah, dude. What are you talking about? I think I'm just streaming the first half of a game. What kind of joker does that?
Right? I don't know what kind of question I asking you.
Seahawks scored a touchdown with a 1-yard pass to the tight end, Noah Fant.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Flashback of Brian One Hope Hoyer. Oh, that name.
I want to pound
How
this
about-
beer for him. I'm gonna pound this.
It's just a 12-ouncer.
Only got a small
That's
can right now.
That's a little bit of baby boy.
That's all I had.
Oh, what happened? Did they just take the touchdown away? I swear I just saw a Noah Fant touchdown. Okay, now it's touchdown.
Touchdown.
There's another flag. That's what happened. A flag took it off. Offside defense. This is the touchdown's good. All right. Holy moly. Let's go. Man, Deron Bland got just wrecked off the start there. Nice. Cowboys linebackers suck. Yeah. Why do you think they're in the Shaq Leonard lottery? 21-20 Hawks. Yes, John, you were right.
The Lakers getting the butt whooped.
The Lakers are?
Yeah, 108-88.
This is a football show.
Oh, I know. I just wanted to hear you say that.
For Corey.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, that's why you should just be a Golden State Warriors fan.
Hell no, Lakers all day.
Well, you wouldn't be as disappointed. You'd have more championships in the last couple of years than you would know what to do with yourself. It's crazy.
That's all right. I'm down with all my teams. And don't say the other team. I'm not that team. I'm a Niner fan.
Damian Lee is talking about your team right here.
I know he is.
Cowboys will have the Dallas Parton come out and sing again. They're gonna need
hell
that.
no. Hell no.
Dude, Dolly Parton's hella chill. She's cool peeps.
Yeah, I'll pop in the other show you guys do.
Huh?
I pop in once in a while on the other channel you guys do. 49er Faithful, I think.
No.
Oh, no?
That's not me.
You pop in once in a while. Was that girl? I don't know her name, but she's a 49ers. And you pop in sometimes.
Are you talking about the East Coast Red and Gold podcast?
No, not that one. It's another one. They had that Godzilla. They're talking about the Eagle game with Damian Lee.
Huh. I don't know which one you're talking about.
I mean,
I'm sorry.
all right.
Tales from the Crypt, Dolly. She's getting a little older, but hey, Dolly's still looking good. Oh, now we have a very special guest here tonight, all the way from my neck of the woods. We got Joe Stevens.
What's up, ladies?
What's up, man?
Just drinking a little beer, you know. Yeah.
How you doing?
Good. Yourself?
Good, man. Just waiting for you guys next week.
Yeah. Hey, can I ask you guys a question? I don't know if Brian's on here or not. I just see Jake Moody, but do we have to score 3 fucking touchdowns for it to count? What the fuck is going on there?
Holy Jesus. I called it a touchdown. I was like, Seahawks take the lead, blah, blah, blah. Then I look back and I'm like, why does it say 14-20? Were they showing a clip? Earlier, I was like, I swear they just threw a touchdown to Noah Fant. And then, like, they did it again. And then I heard the sportscaster go, after DK's touchdown, the real touchdown, he goes, "Oh, we got another flag on the field."
I was so pissed.
Like, oh.
I was so fucking pissed, dude. I literally looked at my wife and I go, Jesus Christ, just kick the field goal. Fuck it. Just kick the fucking field goal.
Yeah.
So
Hey, Corey, if you're listening, everybody's waiting to talk to you, and I'll be back. I'm gonna go to John Jay's real quick, and yeah, Corey, all you guys too. Yeah, you guys much brothers to me, and much love, and you know how it is.
yeah, for sure, 100%.
So, I'll be back. So I'm gonna go to John Jay's real quick. All right.
Okay.
Late.
Peace. Bryant is rescuing a bird from a fryer. It's drowning in the fryer right now. So Bryant's trying to rescue it, and later he'll try and give it mouth-to-mouth resuscitation.
I gotcha.
Yeah.
I gotcha. He's frying a bird. He's frying a turkey or a chicken?
Well, Carl. I don't know if you know about Carl.
Oh, he's eating that bird?
Oh, well, supposedly.
That's kind of a dick move, Brian, if you're listening.
What are you talking about? He's making sure he liquidates all enemies of Corey Davis. For Corey. So, it's like a present, lay the carcasses of his enemies in front of him,
Yeah. Jesus Christ. What do you think about first half? The Hawks look a lot more alive than they have in the past 3 weeks. So
they looking good for the kind of. There was that pass interference
on Mullen.
Yeah, I didn't get to see it, but
that was a weird play though. That was a fucking weird play. It's like Dak threw the ball up and it's like it almost it hung in the sky too long to where both the receiver and Woolen were both like looking back and like, where the fuck is this ball gonna land? It was a weird play. Hey, just want to say real quick, Jamal Adams still sucks. If any Seahawks fans are watching, he can't fucking tackle. There was a play. It wasn't even a screen pass. It was just a dump off to the running back. Middle of the field, Jamal Adams misses the tackle, right? Kind of olays him, right? Gets back up, right? He's going to make the tackle again. Nope, misses it again. So, Jamal Adams, you suck. You're not worth half the amount of money you're paid to be on the Seahawks. I don't get it.
They tried to get Cam Chancellor. They tried to buy the new Cam Chancellor.
And he's not Cam Chancellor.
He's nothing like Cam Chancellor.
Name another player in the league that's Cam Chancellor, though. Realistically, none. I mean, with how today's NFL is, there can't be a Cam Chancellor.
Right.
And Dre
Greenlaw is like getting in trouble just being a linebacker.
Yeah. Fucking Kareem Jackson for the Broncos. I hate the Broncos, but that's bullshit. Getting suspended fucking 6 games this season for just playing football. You think he's really okay? He's getting paid millions of dollars to play this game. Do you think he's really trying to end the careers of other players making millions of dollars? No, he's not.
Yeah.
You can't play aggressive like you used to, and it's bullshit. But whatever. Yeah, that's a good game. Sorry, I gotta hop off here in a few minutes, but
I just saw Dude Perfect trying to like fillet salmon, and they suck dick at it.
who?
Dude Perfect.
Oh, that's he like throws balls into cups and stuff, I think. Yeah.
Mhm. I'm sorry.
Look at Brian in the darkness. Looking good.
Brian in the darkness.
Brian, are you on your Aaron Rodgers darkness retreat right now? It
Oh
looks like-
man, I wish we would have freaking got him when we had an opportunity the first time.
Dude, you guys are good right now. What are you talking about? You guys are totally fine right now. Jesus, Brian.
When I found out the reason we drafted Alex Smith was because he opened the door for his mom. I mean, I'm the same kind of guy. I would have opened the door for my mom too, but I'm not supposed to start for the 49ers either, right?
Well, and then
So,
we'd
hey.
all be pissed off that we drafted Brian Culp instead of Aaron Rodgers.
Hey, I could probably live with that, but like drafting Alex Smith and then waiting, like, okay, we drafted him in what, 2004, 2005,
5,
and then
2005.
we had to wait how many years before he come to his own. I got him in
Okay.
an argument.
Vice
quick, Joe.
versa, the
Joe,
Packers had to wait 3 whole years with Rodgers sitting on the bench
Yo.
for him to even play. Who's to say that Rodgers would be who he was if he was just thrust into a starting role automatically?
So that was one thing I you gotta love YouTube, right? So somebody did one of those like Madden creations, and they emulated the seasons with having Rodgers instead of Alex Smith, and Rodgers was still in his number 12 jersey. Shout out to John Brody, retired number, but Rodgers played, and they said that his first couple of years wouldn't have been good, but by like his third year, the team would have developed with him. The problem with Alex Smith is he got hurt like his first freaking game. His first game, like tore up his elbow or his shoulder, and from there, I don't know. I have an Alex Smith jersey, but it was given to me, so maybe I don't have a lot of money invested. But I love Alex.
Well, hey guys.
Can I?
Oh no,
Go ahead. No, you
No,
please.
I'm gonna hop on the post game if that's cool. If you guys are still here right after the game. If not, sorry if you guys aren't there. But yeah, definitely. I will see you guys in probably an hour and a half or so.
All right, man.
Cool.
All right, see you guys.
Peace. Damien, if I need help, call Collinsworth. He has free time. I'm sorry. My partner, Corey Davis, has got a lot more talent than Chris Collinsworth ever could have. So I don't think Chris Collinsworth could fill the shoes. You know what I'm saying? I'll be looking for better talent. Just saying. If I'm gonna have to recast things, I'm looking for better talent than a Chris Collinsworth. Like, who's that lady? Oh, that's the. Oh, is that the? They got a insurance commercial. I think that's one of the reporter ladies. The NFL. I can't remember her name. She's the one that always looks like she needs to eat.
Don't they all need to eat?
No, like she looks like she's always like skinny in the pictures, right? And it's like, you're skinny in the pictures, then you're skinnier than that in real life. Like, you just need you're scaring me a little. You scare me a little. I want you to blow away. I do prefer my women a little thicker, though. You know what I mean? There's some meat on the bones. My ex isn't necessarily a thick lady, but she had a great smile and she's an awesome person. We obviously can't date though. We're cool though, and as you know, co-parents, we are cool as co-parents. You know what I mean? There's yeah.
My earbud died, so I had to pull it out because I was watching the NFL Plus 2 on my phone and trying to commentate.
Bryant,
So
I got to give you the link to this mic because like it's so good. Like I've got the game playing right here, and I got the volume on. Can you hear it?
no,
Yeah, the whole time the game's been playing, and I can hear the game through my headphones and all you talking.
also that's the thing though too. I don't have headphones. I have a mic that's supposed to cancel out like outside noise, but that's why you never see me, wearing headphones. But my mic's a speaker, and I'll send you the picture of my mic, and maybe you can. It was given to me. It works out pretty good. I think
yeah?
my little voice pretty loud. I'm gonna mute real quick.
I'll give you the links to some of my setup because I know you might like.
I do like your you're not the only one to have it, but you and me work close together. Not the what do you call it? Is it a sound bar or is it a
Oh, the
video?
soundboard.
Yeah, soundboard. Okay.
So I got like a audio interface, I guess you would call it, which my mic plugs into and my soundboard plugs into. And my soundboard, I got it from Walmart, right off the shelf at Walmart. I can also, like right now, I've got a Bluetooth into my phone. So I can turn I've got 400 sound effects in an app on my phone. Now it's Bluetooth into that. You know what I'm saying? So after the Niners game, I would be on Corey's show for the Niners game, right? And then afterwards, I would Bluetooth in the presser afterwards.
Yeah, I seen that.
Yeah. So I think that would be something handy for you, but without having to figure out a whole bunch of software on how to get that going correctly. I think the audio interface is easier to because you just plug the audio interface in and then you plug the sound effect, the soundboard in, and then you've got it.
Yeah, because my problem is I don't have a TV in this room. I gotta turn that down. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm on an app right now. I'm using my tablet to watch the game. I've got my phone for sound effects here and music. I've also got into my audio interface is split between this phone and my sound effects bar. So I got two different, so I can put my 400 meme sound effects on this one, and I can have my other sound effects on this one that's already pre-plugged in. This is the one where I got the claps. I don't know if you can see the number there. It's got one preset where you can make it your own. You hit the button, hold it for so long, and then you play a sound, and then that'll be what happens when the button happens. But this audio interface also has 4 programmable buttons. So essentially,
that's what I was going to ask, because do you pre-program it? But it sounds like everything's just Bluetooth. Because for me, I would love to have like the Batman, sound or something, crazy like that, And I know you can only play it for so many seconds, but
yeah,
I'll have to pick your brain a little bit about it off camera. So how do you feel? Are you thinking Seahawks or are you thinking Dallas?
I don't know. Hold on. This is what I did last night. Okay. Which team is heads?
We're going to say Seattle because they actually have a head.
Okay. Seattle's heads, Dallas is tails. Do that again because I got to catch it. Tails, it says Dallas. I'm going Seattle.
I mean, like it did. I did pick Dallas to win this game.
I did
and
too.
It would be beneficial for Dallas to win this game But
It
I
would be
kind of just
beneficial for us both ways, essentially.
yeah. I mean, like, I don't really mind Dallas losing or winning this game. I really don't.
And
But secretly,
if
I
the
am
Seahawks,
rooting.
if the Seahawks win this game and we win against the Eagles, it pretty much to me means that we're going to win against the Seahawks again. So this loss could be, and if they win this game, we could always hand them this loss a week later at hands of us. Which I personally, I love the idea of being able to hand them a loss right after they've, beat the Dallas Cowboys and felt like they were a big tough team. You know what I'm saying? I'd love.
Yeah. So, what's your thoughts on them potentially, possibly flexing the games here in the next couple of days? Because right now Seattle played Thursday, which is Thanksgiving. Now they're playing tonight, which is Thursday, and they're saying that next week they might actually move the games. So that would potentially give Seattle a couple more days off.
If they're going to flex the game, they need to flex the Niners and Eagles to the Sunday Night Football game.
So shout out to Joe in the chat. If you guys can read it, read it. He knows what I'm talking about.
He said Charbonnet, bitches. You were so right when you said it sounds like a fancy wine. Charbonnet, it would look, it would be a white wine. It would be a white wine, wouldn't it? Wouldn't it? You know it. It'd be white. It'd be a white wine. A Charbonnet. A 2005 Charbonnet. Jeez, perfection.
He didn't go at 2006.
Oh, who was that? Oh, Spongy earlier was like 2006 Man of the Year, right? Because he's reading my Discord profile, which is it. Guess what, Bryant? You were people's Man of the Year in 2006. So was I. So was David McNider. Yeah.
Well, when you said it was me, and then you started busting out other names, it kind of defeats the title, right?
Yeah. That's why I put it on there, because it sounds like it's fucking, out of this world. Like, what? Holy crap. Like that's a special title. And then you figure out everybody in the world got it that year.
All right, so Joe brings up a good point. He hates primetime games. So why can't we just like push the NFL to just making it a Sunday to Sunday schedule? Why do we need Monday night? Why do we need Thursday night? Why do we need a Saturday game? Sunday to Sunday, give us our games.
Now chill. Look, you can get rid of Thursday night football, okay? But you can't get rid of Monday night football. Okay?
But you know what I'm saying. It's the same mentality, right? If everybody has the same time on and off.
But what it does is it gives more chances to steal ratings. If you're just taking over Sunday, right? Then everybody's like, all right, it's over. But if you save these one games for the middle of the weeks, you are dominating like 3.5 to 4.5 hours of everybody's live, and everybody's tuning in to watch this one thing. Look,
we got the Hawks in red zone. What's happening on your screen?
Oh, I got the Hawks in the red zone. I don't know how I don't remember how the Dallas Cowboys shit the bed to get. Oh no, the Hawks started with the ball. That's correct. I forgot.
So the quarter is 10:01.
Goodell live in Seattle?
There's
Goodell
a
doesn't live
flag.
in Seattle.
Bill Gates, maybe, but not Goodell.
Bill Gates, I
There-
believe, is selling his house. Him and his wife are breaking up.
That's been a long divorce, hasn't it?
Bro, when you got to split all them zeros. Bro, he got hemmed up in those Epstein papers. Ooh. Shout out. Hey,
A lot of people got wrapped up in that, and
Not
they're
enough.
scrambling. They're scrambling right now.
Ooh, Geno Smith. Touchdown.
So I'm thinking about, let's go.
No
And
flag
we-
on the play. Oh fuck. Oh fuck. Joe.
So there was a flag on the play. It got cleared really quickly. 28-20, Seattle Seahawks. Let's go.
Come on, Seahawks. Make me regret not picking you on my pick'ems. Please. Let's go, Seahawks.
I want the Dallas Cowboys to have to actually play football to win this game. You know what I mean?
Well, I was talking earlier, like the Seahawks with this young rookie team, they can get their dander up and punch above their weight. You know what I mean? Because they forget that they're not supposed to be as good as they are, right? They'll forget. But also at the same time, Dallas will look past people, think they're fucking big and bad, and will get punched in the fucking face and their eyes well up, and then they can't see anything, and then they're getting just beat down. They're in the middle of a fight that they could win, but they're now on the defensive, and they're not used to being on the defensive. They're used to being on the offensive, so they're getting lumped up a lot more than they can. Now, they might not get knocked out, but they definitely might not win it. You know what I mean? And everybody else will know. You know what I mean? Like, they're one of those they got that in them. They're a paper tiger every now and then. Sometimes they show up and they're a paper tiger. I had to explain that to somebody. It's like, tiger's supposed to be scary, right? And then you find out it's made of fucking paper. Just take a torch to it. Woof. You know what I mean? Yeah. Paper tiger. Get all scared of it. You think it's going to kill you. Gets close enough, and you're like, fuck that. Like, I remember I was scared to death of the movie Mr. Boogedy. One Halloween, my mom made me watch it. I was scared to death of it. A couple years later, my mom's like, watch that Mr. Boogedy movie again, honey. And I was like, no. She's like, no, honey, watch it again. And, I told her no many times. She made me watch it. Guess what? Laughed my ass off. Went from being frightened to death of it to laughing my ass off about it.
That's how I kind of feel about Nightmare Before Christmas. When I seen it when it first came out, I didn't like it at all. I was a little kid, and then I start going to school, and then I have younger kids telling me they love it, and I'm like, what do you mean you love it? And then I go back and I watch it, and I'm like, okay, I can still see what you're saying, but seeing a girl sew her arm on is not hot to me. Okay, so when you tell me Sally is so hot, I'm like, oh, okay, maybe in a different, but okay. I do like The Nightmare Before Christmas. I do like Tim Burton, but no, that creeped me out for a long time. Those were some movie. That was a movie. I can tell you, I've only watched maybe 4 or 5 times. I'm not kidding. It's just not my favorite movie. It's not.
When I first saw it, I was like, this is cool because it's something I've never seen before. And I like that with lots of things. So other cultures, when I know of different cultures around the world. And when I, find a new one or something like that, and I'm like, oh, I didn't know there was, this type of culture, right? I'll, probably watch a documentary or something. And there's always something I'm like, oh, something about their culture. I'm like, that's cool. You know what I mean? Like, that's cool. People get upset about like hijabs and stuff like that, right? I don't give a damn one way or another, right? None of my business, right? You know what I mean? Not my religion, not my problem. You know what I mean? I don't deal with it. But one thing I do know is that the women from Sudan, their hijabs have got some of the coolest and colorful prints you'll ever find anywhere. Like, it should be like skirts, prints for skirts in other countries, and they've got hijabs that look like that. And I think those are awesome. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's one thing I can put. The Greek people, they've got like their military garb and whatnot. They've got like little pom-poms, you know, like the pom-poms on the top. They got like hats, they almost look like elves almost, but they got the pom-poms, and to them, that's manly shit. And I always thought that's kind of cool, because here we'd kind of laugh at that, and there, that's what their manliest of men wear. You know what I mean? So to me, that difference, that's fucking cool. You know what I mean? Like, the difference. So
Braveheart, shout out to Braveheart.
oh, I saw that in the theaters.
Warriors. Well, you got to go back to certain types of, like, just like you said, cultures wear certain things when they go to battle. And I'll never forget them wearing the kilts, the kilts out there. And if you haven't seen the movie, go watch it. I'm not going to ruin it for you. But
so I got a story from that. Mel Gibson asked one of the extras, "Hey, what do you guys wear underneath your kilts?" And one of the extras chimed back with, "Nothing but your wife's lipstick."
some jokes are funny. Some jokes are worth knocking somebody's teeth down their throat. But I mean, like, it just depends on the situation and how you can respond. Anytime somebody says something to you, if you can respond back in a witty way, it's better than a hitty way, right? So better to use your brain than use your fist. But some stuff is definitely gasoline.
Yeah. So we got Dak hands the ball off, and they go nowhere. Bringing up second down. We've got somebody joining the chat here. We've got Beto Niner Sickness in the house.
What's up, guys?
What up, Beto?
What's up, gentlemen? See you guys collabing over here without me. I'm like, what? I felt left out from it, and then I realized, oh, they sent me a link.
Oh,
that's
yeah,
on me.
There's a link. Kind of started with doing Thursday Night Football, but kind of had some bad news and kind of went to a kind of going our own thing right now. Talk about the game, try and laugh, talk about how much Corey's the shit. The GOAT.
Yeah, he is. I hear you, man. It hasn't been a good week at all. And when I heard this news, it's terrible. My cousin just passed away 3 days ago, so we're doing her funeral on Sunday. And then I hear this, and it's just, and then during the season of of Christmas, it's never good anytime. But it's hard, man. It's difficult, and my heart is saddened, and but it shouldn't be. The reason why I say that, because life is life, death is not death. It's just I like to say it's just a vacation. You got to transfer from this world to a different. So we all got to go, unfortunately. But when we know someone close or someone that we consider good friends, it could be really like, man, especially if people have never lost anybody or dealt with that scenario in the past, it can be difficult. Many of you guys already know my mom. I lost her in the North Tower when it went down, and we never recovered her body. So it stings, man. But you got to go forward. I know it sounds harsh, but one of the things I've learned is life continues on, and memories and stuff like that. And I'm referring just to about my cousin. Now, when you're still here, there's always hope. I don't want to hear about anything other than there's hope and prayer. But I'm referencing my cousin. See, she's already gone. You just got to move on and do. And remember, the best thing I can do is live my life joyfully and remember her every day to keep her alive. You know what I mean? And those that are struggling, whether it's Corey or anyone else, as long as they're here, there's a chance, and we got to continue to have the faith and continue to believe until we hear otherwise.
Yeah, Corey's not gone. Corey's not gone right now, guys. He's got a picture right now on my phone. He's in his bed. He's sleeping. He is, on a respirator, it looks like, but he was speaking the other day. He was doing, he did seem like he sounded like he was out of breath, but he was still speaking. He is coherent. He can take phone calls, but he might just be tired a little bit, and maybe a little bit of rest is what he needs. Maybe it got a little cold on him. I do understand hospice takes a little bit of time sometimes, but it doesn't necessarily mean that the person's going to have good days every day either. But we might still be able to see Corey in that, but we don't have a timetable. We don't have anything that says today's his last day. Or so if you guys can just pray for him. If you are in that mindset, then we appreciate it. If not, appreciate the times that you have had with Corey. Don't unsubscribe to his channel. If anything, tell anybody else about his channel so they can go back and watch videos of Corey and he can live on.
Yep.
Thank you, Bebop. Appreciate it. Yeah. I don't know if you lost anybody, Ryan, in your lifetime, or anybody close to you or not. I lost plenty, too much to count in two hands, and it never gets easier. I don't lose hope, and I'm not sounding like, oh my God, there's no Corey. That's it. No, I'm not. That's not what I'm trying to relate to anyone. There's always hope while you're living, but I come from a perspective that it's where you're at and what you have accomplished and what you mean to people. Have you impacted people while you're alive and you're longer here? Would you be remembered? And one thing I do know about Corey, that I don't care whether you're a Niner fan or not, it is impossible not to love this man. This man is so generous, so kind, so loving, always smiling, even through pain. And if one that has pain every day understands it's not easy to do, to put a facade when you really don't feel like doing anything. And Corey outbeats me in that category. He does shows with you guys, comes on Fridays, and I'm pretty sure we may not know it. Some of you may, and he's probably hurting, but he's there having fun and enjoying you guys' company. And that's a beautiful thing, man. That's something that he will take with him. We will always have, regardless of what the outcome is in the future. The memories will never be taken away. The friendship, the getting to know it. Now, for me, it was an honor really meeting him in person. I know Bryant did the same thing. And for those that can't understand, but great guy. I've known him for years, and I love him, and I'm pulling for him. Please, guys, don't take me. I'm talking about people in the chat. Don't take me the wrong. I'm not sitting here already giving up, but I also know reality that when you're in hospice, it's not always a good thing. There's always hope. There's always prayer, and that's what you want to hold on for. But I'll be lying to you if I sit there and say everything's going to be okay and don't worry about it. That's not me being honest. So there's a reason why you're on hospice, and we just got to continue to keep our faith, but also understand that it's not our will, it's God's will, whatever he wants to do with them.
So the refs are just doing nothing but throwing flags right now in this game. They just threw
I ain't
like
watching that game.
They threw I believe it was a holding penalty on Wagner when literally he was playing his zone. Quarterback looks at the check down, he runs and ball comes in and then he tackles. It was incomplete and they were like holding penalty, and it's like holding is when the ball isn't in the air, right? And you have to be, there was nobody around him when the ball was in the air. He wasn't around anybody. He couldn't have been holding anybody.
There's been holding from the first play of this game, but a lot of them more on Dallas. But it's like just the one right before the half. It was like it took forever because of the holds.
Like, okay, pass interference would have been the call, right? But it was like, they were just like, I got a holding. Like, no, you don't. There's no way it could be holding. If anything, it has to be pass interference because there's nobody around when the ball's there in the open. Oh, wow. What are these refs doing? These refs aren't doing shit. They're losing control of the game right now. It's getting chippy, and they're just letting the players talk instead of getting in the front of and breaking them up. That's not how it's supposed to go. That means this is going to get out of hand.
They just tied it up. No,
They just tied it up, went for a 2-pointer.
no, it's 26. They got a touchdown,
Oh,
so
okay.
they're kicking the extra point. I'm sorry, but no, I agree. Hey, Beto, you're pretty close to where I live. Are you familiar with St. Mary's High School in Stockton?
I'm sorry, say that again.
Are you familiar with St. Mary's High School in Stockton?
No, for those that don't know, I'm born and raised in San Jose. I just been down here in this area for the last 7 years. Since I bought my home here. My last kid went to college. I downsized and moved over here, but no, I'm not familiar with it.
So the reason I bring it up is in Stockton, California, there's 2 high schools. If you want to go and you want to, if you're good at playing football, these are the 2 high schools that you want to go to. Every program is different, but you also know, like, sometimes going to a private school and sometimes, it just depends on certain situations. So if you know anything about Stockton, California, the high school, the best is Lincoln High School, or you go to St. Mary's. And St. Mary's actually had Pete Morelli as the principal, and he was also an NFL referee. He was also the referee for most of their games, games in high school and stuff like that, because he would ref the games when he was in town or whatnot. So that was really interesting to me. But Pete Morelli, you guys can Google him, and he was the high school principal for St. Mary's, and St. Mary's is a very, very formidable team in Stockton. Got a lot of money, private school, but if you want to go to schools and if your kid is playing football, you should really look to see what schools are good and put them in that school, because going to a school that just has a football program doesn't mean that they're going to go anywhere.
Yeah, I think a lot of cities are. San Jose, Andrew High School was a really good program. There's another one on South San Jose that it's well known. A couple of Niners, ex-Niners players went there. I think a lot of cities have those. I was listening to the podcast of I don't know if you guys have tuned in or not, or heard he has a podcast, but oh my God, I'm flaking his name right now. Mr. 91. Can't think of his name.
95.
Eric Armstead.
Eric Armstead. Thank you, Ryan. Yeah. Eric, wow, it's just that name really just went out of my brain. But he had Trent Williams on, and then he had also a Yukon, and they were talking about high schools and what high school, because apparently Brandon Ayuko was born in Reno but was raised in Sacramento.
Mm-hmm.
So they were talking about the schools in Sacramento, and so it kind of reminds me. I watched that earlier today. Right, I was actually watching that earlier, and so when Ryan said about high schools, it's depends who's coaching the school, what kind of program, how much they invest. But I think if you're a good player, man, you're going to be seen anywhere you play. But you want to put yourself in the best position you can play. But I don't know if high school kids are even thinking. I don't. Maybe I'm old now, so things might have changed a lot. But since I was playing high school football,
I know a guy who played quarterback for a private high school here in Stockton, California. Went on to go to Washington, played with John Ross, but he wasn't a starter. He wasn't a starter, but he still got to play with John Ross, who went on to play with the Cincinnati Bengals. And he graduated from college. He's not a NFL quarterback or anything now at this time, but he's got a good job and stuff. But yeah, he could throw the football, and he took his team to state, but it wasn't state because of how California is. And Brookside Knights in Stockton. That was the name of Brookside Christian Knights. That was the name of his high school. And they're a really weird school because they have elementary kids, they have junior high, they have high schoolers. So it's not a very big school, but he still was the quarterback, and he a really good quarterback. Went to college, and John Ross. When John Ross came out, I was messing with his family a little bit. I was like, man, I want the Niners to get him. They're Raider fans, and they're like, anywhere but the Niners. He went to the Bengals, and I was like, man, if he would have came to the Niners that year, woo! But yeah.
Hey, real quick, they've been picking on Bland all freaking game, and he just made them pay for it. Oh. Nice interception.
28-27.
And the Cowboys have the ball. Who are you guys rooting, by the way? I don't know, but I'm rooting for Seattle. I know Seattle's a little closer to us, but I don't think they'll win the division. And I wouldn't want to play the Cowboys in Dallas. I know that we can beat them anywhere, but I'd rather still play in Santa Clara, if it's my choice. But who do you guys rooting for in this game, or does it even matter?
On my pick'ems, I picked Dallas, but in this game right now, I'm rooting for the Seahawks.
Okay.
The way I see it, if they get a win tonight, that puts Dallas down one more. That's better for playoff rankings.
Yep.
And we'll just catch them next week and bruise them up again, and catch them that L again. What I'm guessing, unless we just get wrecked during the Eagles game as far as injuries.
Yeah, I don't know about you guys. It's going to be a blowout in this game against the Eagles, and it ain't going to be the Eagles with a dub. I think the Niners are a much better team, and people might say, "Well, you're a Niner fan. Of course, you're biased." You can call me whoever wants to call me that. That's fine. And I am biased. I am a Niner, but I also like to look at football. I like to look at tape, and I like to look at matchups. Now, can anything happen on any given Sunday? Of course. But matchup by matchup, and people might want to say that they have the better quarterback. I can argue that he's a slight better, but it's not like we're walking in there with Jimmy G. It's not like it's Jalen Hurts, and then it's a huge drop to Brock Purdy. And oh my God, you know what I mean? Like, it's not no more the defense just win by the defense. It's the offense and what Brock Purdy is doing. So as long as injuries, and I know injuries take part of football, but if they don't happen, we can play a full game. This team is way better, and not only better, but Kyle is way smarter than that moron over there in the Eagle Land, and he all scheme. And I really believe that Kyle has been holding up some plays that he's been keeping under wrap that he's going to expose in this game Sunday, depending on how the game goes. I don't think it's going to be close. I think this game's going to be won up by 2 scores easily on the Niners ball. They don't have the same pass rush they had last year. They're not even close.
And their pass rush is is their best part of their defense
Yeah,
at this moment. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's,
the
and it's not
linebackers are
as
not
effective
good.
as last year. Yeah,
that's why they're pursuing what's his name. They got cut by the Colts.
Sack Leonard.
Yeah, they're pursuing
Shaq.
him, and if they get him, then that's something we'll have to concern ourselves in the playoffs. But definitely not in this game. And their secondary, they lost Weston to Detroit, so they're not the same team. And the offensive coordinator, defensive coordinator, are not the same. So, and the Eagles, you can't take away their 10-1. They're 10-1. They're a scrappy team. They find ways to win, and you got to give them credit. Or at least I do. You know, you got to win. You got to win the ugly games as well. But they're not blowing anyone out of the water. They're coming back and doing a lot of comebacks in the second half. If they
If
fall
you would have
behind the Niners
paused
defense,
a little longer, that would have been better.
paused.
They're not blowing anyone.
Ándale pues.
And then you know what I mean?
Somebody has a dirty mind today.
Bro, I've always.
Am I
got a
being
dirty
generous
mind.
by saying today?
I agree that like if that second that
Right.
maybe we got 1 second or a tenth of a second, when Brock threw the ball, that ball would have went to Ayuk. That game would have been 7-7. It would have been wide open, right? But his arm got hit, and again, whatever wrong player, blocking, whatever player going for the quarterback, head hunting, whatever like bounty hunting, whatever.
That's a very unusual hit, bro. It doesn't
Yeah.
happen all the time.
Yeah, exactly. It's only happened a couple times in the history, right?
Yeah.
So it's not very, it's like winning the lottery. It's not going to happen. So for that to happen, okay, we've moved on. The quarterback's a little bit healthier. You just said it. The players on the Eagles aren't as formidable as they were last year because they've lost coordinators, coaches, they've lost players. We have a player from their team.
Also,
So
hey,
Yeah.
also, I think Slay is falling off. I don't think he's fallen all the way off, but I think it's starting to trend downwards. If you know what I'm saying.
I think this is our game. One, we're going in healthy, except for Eric Armstead. You don't know what foot's hurting. He has plantar fasciitis. It goes to left and right, depending on the time of the month, right? The guy needs to either like just, I don't know, like some things don't need to be said. If you have an injury, you have an injury. If you can't practice, you can't practice. I don't know why the teams have to say, oh, well, he's not
Did he
practicing.
practice today, by the way, or no?
No.
Okay, 2 days he hasn't practiced.
And he said today that he'll play in the game. But why do they have to say, oh, well, he has an ankle injury or a foot injury? Just be like, the guy didn't practice. Oh,
They have to do that. The NFL requires that from teams to because they have to put that in the report for other teams from like the Eagles to know who's hurt, who's not. I forgot the proper word for it, but yeah, it has to be known. If you can get fined if you keep that disclosed.
That makes sense, but at what point are you hurt? You're just like, I can't play practice today. I can't practice today because my foot's hurt, but I'm still okay enough to play in the game.
And what time do you have to switch the questionable designation? Like, I understand you got to report people's injuries, right? But you know how they're like, oh, they're game time. Like, goddamn well, some of these people, they know by the beginning of the week the guy's going to start on Sunday, right? But they just got it questionable the whole time up until game
it's just
time.
to keep the other team guessing.
And I get that, but why have all this thing where you got to do this and that, or you can get fined when you're still just fucking saying whatever you fucking want to say? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I get it. It's all about the union. And shout out to the unions. I'm a blue collar guy too, even though it's not. But anyways,
it's all about the 11 guys that are available. If he's available, great. If not, the next man up, stand up and do your job. It's like you said earlier about if Brock wouldn't have got hit, I tell Philly fans, listen, you can't worry about last year. What happened last year? Last year doesn't matter. It matters how the teams are playing this year and going into this game. Brock Purdy is playing better football today than he was last year going into Philly in the playoffs. Completely, because remember last year Brock Purdy was going to the left a lot. He wasn't climbing the pocket. His footwork wasn't as good. This year, his footwork is way better. He still tends to go to the left a little bit, but not as much. He climbs the pocket, and he's distributing the ball way better. So I seen that game with Buffalo. Buffalo made a lot of mistakes, had a lot of penalties, and yet they had to go to an overtime to beat Buffalo. Now, they do have Josh Allen that is a beast, but they don't have the weapons they have Stephon Diggs, but that's pretty much it. They don't have a real true running game. Their defense is not that explosive. And they gave the Philadelphia a run for their money in that game. All I'm saying is the Niners coming in, they remember last year.
So when you're talking
remember
about
the
Brock
pain.
Purdy scrambling to the left,
Yeah.
he doesn't really scramble to the left anymore. All he does is really step to the left to buy himself more time.
Well, you know what he does
knows
that
he's got a rock because he's got Trent Williams there.
Yes, that's exactly why he does.
I think that's what they just said. Hey, look, instead of scrambling out and missing the window, just take a step over. Yeah, don't pass Trent.
Yeah.
Make sure you got there, and then use that extra time to be able to open up that next window. Instead of, because if you take more than like 2 or 3 steps, though, you're not going to be set and in the right position to make a good, accurate throw. You know what I mean?
And then you make it harder for Trent Williams to defend you.
Yeah, because now he's got to reset.
Yeah,
because he's working to keep that his back to you, and the moment you break out and go that way, you're now not. Trent Williams is now not in between you guys anymore, and now he's got to fight for another position, which can cause penalties or sacks. Fumbles, interceptions,
or even him getting hurt.
Yeah. So
so I think Brock has learned that with the
I've
footwork.
been really impressed.
That one pass that he did to Ayuk. Remember when he did it? I forgot. It was against the Jaguars, the first touchdown to Ayuk, where it was like right in between 4 defenders or whatever. He stepped to the left, right behind Trent, and knew that Trent. One thing I like about Brock Purdy, he trusts his players, whether it's the receivers running the route or Trent Williams blocking him. He trusts. He doesn't hesitate. He knows that as long as they do their job, I'm fine. And as a quarterback, you have to have that faith in your guys. It's when you don't that you start second guessing things, and that's what gets you into trouble. He does it. He's like, as long as Trent Williams there, he's protecting me.
Did you notice in the second preseason game, Trey Lance looked the best he ever did, and all he was doing was he was trusting the system and he was trusting the receivers. I think his biggest thing was he was so worried about turning the ball over.
Yeah.
And in this system, you have to be throwing the ball off your back foot the moment it hits. You know what I mean? Essentially, not every time. We've seen, people who have success hitting the second windows and whatnot. But really, when these schemes and this and that go, you can't spend too much extra time figuring out what's going on.
Yeah.
You can't, because you need to be sending the ball before they're out of their breaks, because they want to catch the ball on the go.
Yeah, in stride. Yeah.
In stride. And that's how they get all that yak.
Yeah.
That's also safer for them, because they're not in the same spot for too much long. And you have to, as a defender, you have to think, okay, they're going to catch the ball and then they're going to be there by the time. Okay, that's perfect. That's hard to time. So especially when you don't know what's going to happen when they catch the ball, they could bobble it a little bit, take some extra time. You know what I mean? So to me, it's safer for them.
Yeah, when you catch in stride, you don't put your receiver in harm's way. When the receiver has to stop and go up for the ball, when he goes down, doesn't get hurt, you can take that breather like, wow, but that was a terrible throw. And even though it hit him in the chest and he caught it for a first down, but as a quarterback, it's a terrible, terrible throw, because you put your receivers in bad position. But when you hit him in stride, and now the defender, instead of getting a good hit on him, has to chase him, they usually tackle them by their feet and they fall down. So it's the anticipation of Brock Purdy, Ryan, is amazing. He trusts us, especially with Brandon Ayuk. Him and Brandon Ayuk have a rapport like no other. He trusts him, and the thing, he'll let the ball go. He doesn't hesitate. Like you said with Lance, he had that little hesitation, like, I don't want to make the mistake. And all that's when you're worried about mistakes, you're gonna make them. It's almost like you will them. But when you let it go, and I'm not saying to be the Brett Favre guy where you're all crazy, but I like the way Brock says. He says, "I want to be able to let it rip, and not worry about interception, but also take care of the ball." But when he sees an opening, he lets it go. That throw to Ayuk, even Kyle said that he doesn't want him to do that again. Like, that was an ugly throw, but he thanked him for the touchdown. Because I don't know about you, but when he threw, I'm like, ah. And then you caught it. I'm like, yes. But the minute that I had to go and take that's a scary moment. You know what I mean? And then I kind of came down with the catch with the Ayuk, and I'm like, awesome. But you don't want too many of those.
This is the thing too, right? But at the same time, you don't want to stop him from being him.
Yes, because that's so you can hurt him. Absolutely correct. Yes,
I was thinking about this because I was like, and I think what you have to do is you have to let it play out until it becomes an issue. Like, hey, don't be doing
once
this.
He starts repeating it, then you step in.
Don't be doing this on 2nd and 1 on our own 30-yard line. Don't be doing on that. But you want to do this in the red zone on 3rd and whatever? Okay. All right. You want to skip out on a field goal and throw an interception in the end zone? Okay. I'm okay with it there, because we're not going to get a touchdown on that play. So if it was an incomplete, we'd probably settle for a field goal anyway. That's what I'm saying. They're giving up a field goal, and then you give them the ball back on the 20, right? So, okay, I'm okay with it there. It's just, don't be pulling that shit way the back there where you're giving
don't put your defense in a bad position.
Right.
Yeah, where they have to, defend that their our end zone already. One thing I like about Brock Purdy, when you said about being in the red zone and he lets it rip, whether people realize it or not, that shows his defense how much confidence Brock Purdy has in the defense. And that fires up the defense, because he's making those crazy ass throws that if it does get intercepted, he knows his defense will stop the opposing team and give the ball back to him. And I think the defense feeds off of that. Touchdown?
Seahawks touchdown, 34 for now, 34-27.
Oh. I'm not watching the game, but I have it on my phone on the bottom. But I see your arms up, and
Does your audio interface or anything have like a Bluetooth interface where you can Bluetooth your phone into it?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll send you the link for that. You said you like the sound effects. I'll send you the link to the app, because it's just an app on my phone. And you just hit it, and it pumps through my
I can play whatever off of my phone through Bluetooth.
The only thing is there's ads, and there's no way to get the ads off, as far as I could tell. Like, I just want to pay.
You know what? Savior, don't send it to me. I can't deal with no ads. My wife. I pay a lot of money for Hulu because I can't do it with the 30-second app. She's like, it's just 30 seconds, one app. I can't watch Hulu. And my wife's like, you're crazy.
It's one of these apps where you should be able to buy the lifetime no ad.
Yeah, I'll pay for it for the convenience of the.
Yeah, and it's like there's no option there, and I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah, those I don't like. Yeah, because they make more money with the ads than they do with selling royalty of it. So, like Hulu, I pay the premiums on Hulu, Netflix, and all them because I don't want to deal with ads. My wife's like, you're crazy. I'm like, I don't like ads. I never. My wife's, well, just walk away and do something. When I go, no, because then I walk away, start doing something, I forget that I'm watching what I'm watching, and then I'm late to go back to what I'm watching. So yeah, I hate ads. But I do have that ability. I mean, you can send it anyway. I'll give it a look, but most likely, if it has ads, yeah, I already know myself. I'm like, nope.
You like that?
What? Oh, that's X-Files.
Law and Order. I got X-Files too.
Wait a minute. Do it again.
All right, here, let's get.
It's kind of low though. Can you turn it up a little bit? I'm not saying that's right. Oh, okay. I still would have guessed wrong, but now I heard it better.
Oh, we got some SpongeBob here.
Meanwhile, one eternity later.
That's
Oh,
pretty
yeah.
good.
Oh, we got something. We got something for somebody. Here.
Stop it. Get some help.
Oh wow! Tell that to play
Yeah.
to opposing fan base. Stop it. Get help.
Also,
Is that a
there's
catch? Oh, he dropped it. Yes.
oh,
Oh my goodness. Jack.
yeah, but it's the
It's the
shitty
yeah.
flute version.
Oh, that's a good catch. I gotta admit, Dak has been playing better football lately.
Dak's still a bitch.
No, no argument there.
He is not. He's not there for.
Oh, he got
He's
away
not there
from
for
him.
Oh, that
That
is
was
pass
out of-
interference. I'm behind you.
Who are you?
Yeah, you were talking about a catch.
Well, I was talking about the way
So-
Dak got away from the defender.
Number 27, I can't remember, was they came and got in contact with him and then immediately put their hand on him and it moved him.
Oh, okay.
And then the
I
ball
think you might
comes
be ahead
in.
of me.
First and 10, 13, 36. Dak Prescott just
Oh, no,
got,
you're
almost got sacked.
Yeah, that's the one I was
Ball
talking about.
comes
You are
out.
behind.
Yep.
Sorry. Oh, that's a pretty good move by him.
Catch. I thought he was sacked.
Yeah,
What up,
that's what I'm
Brian?
saying. Number 50. That was a pretty good spin move.
Fatality.
Mortal Kombat. I love Mortal Kombat.
Monster kill.
We got some good ones. It's also got a random button, which I think is awesome. Because I was thinking for like Friday nights, you could always just hit the random button afterwards. And like if somebody's long-winded on a question, there's a chance that this could pop up.
One eternity later.
And I think it being random, and it would be hilarious when it pops up like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Certain things like that.
This is one of my favorites. Oh, I see. It won't play. Oh, okay. I have this. I won't play it unless I'm on. I have to do it on this nuts. That's it.
Watch
Never
your
gets old.
profanity.
Never gets old.
Oh,
Yeah,
you
I
got
can.
them
If I
crickets?
I have if I set it up on the road.
Hell no, man.
Yeah, I got that one. That was good. Yeah, if I set it on the Roadcaster, I can play it on here. But I usually do it through Ecamm, so I have them all on my Stream Deck, on my sound bites.
Oh, gotcha.
So
If you
and
see
they're
these dogs
not-
in your front yard, just know upstairs I'm going hard. Bing bong.
that's what's his name? The comedian guy. What's his name?
Is that a comedian?
He's a
to me
comedian.
that-
He's got in chubby.
To me that sounds like what's his name?
He does commercial right now. He's doing a all the state
That
commercial.
sounds like-
I can think of his name. Black
There's
guy. He's a black comedian guy actor. If you say his,
There's a guy, I can't remember what his last Action Bronson used put him up on game, and he had his own like cooking show, Mayhem Loren. That guy, oh my god, I love watching his cooking videos. The way he explains shit, oh, it's just amazing. Like, and Dallas Cowboys kick a field goal, bring the game 35-30.
yeah, they're
Mayhem
making it.
Loren.
At least not a game like the damn Bears and Vikings on Monday night. That was I haven't seen it, but I don't think I will see it. But I heard that there were a lot of suicides after that game.
Oh, dude, I was complaining about, was it the Monday night game? All I know is that it seemed like both teams would not throw the ball past the line of scrimmage all game long. Like every play started behind the line of scrimmage, whether it was a run or a pass. And it was like, these guys are having to run like 2 yards to get to the line of scrimmage when the defenses are all over everybody. Why don't you start the point a little further downfield? It was so boring. I know Monday night was bad.
I know what are their name? Troy Aikman and what's his name? Probably were going out of their mind doing that, calling that game like, pinch me, keep me awake.
I want to go back and listen to Chris Collinsworth's last game.
No, I can't stand him, bro.
I know, but I want to,
especially against the Niners. It's like, get over it. Did you know he started his career by losing a Super Bowl to the Niners, and then he ended his career by losing a Super Bowl to the Niners?
Yeah, he lets everybody know all the time. But no, I just want to watch it and listen to it and think, this guy still thinks he's going to get up and go to work tomorrow.
Oh yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
this guy thinks he's going to get up and go to work tomorrow.
My friend last year told me, and you have to get accustomed to it, but he told me, watch the game on mute and you'll enjoy it more. And I'm sitting there like, I got this surround sound playing. I can, how am I going to watch a game on mute and enjoy it, And I tried it, and I did it for half of it last year and all this year, and I never watch again, not even a Niner game on with volume, always on mute. You see more of the game because those guys can throw you off, man.
It's better if you could just take them out and just listen to the players on the field, the actual hits, and
well, they do that for college. You know that, right? College, you know how it makes you feel like you're at the game, like 3rd and 1, without anything.
I typically turn the game off because I don't like the commentators that normally broadcast, and I'm local, so I get the local broadcasters, which is fine.
Papa
and
fucking Papa.
I'm just like, hey, whatever, right? I like it. Then you can always turn on radio and listen to it that way, but I like to turn on Rombo and listen to his sports. I like Shifty, and Ryan's been doing a good job, and so has Corey, and David's been doing a good job, and I think John Jay's been doing it. But streaming the game is hard, and I know we're doing it tonight. We're trying to do a good job at it, but
well, honestly, I didn't realize it was. I apologize. I don't know it was Monday. I don't know you guys were doing the game until I read the title. Sorry to interrupt you, but
no, Beto, you're more than welcome, and we're doing everything tonight. We're having we're mentioning the game. We're talking life. We're talking football. I burnt the crap out. Well, didn't burn the crap out of. I deep fried the crap out of Carl tonight. Shout out to Corey Davis. His rooster was named Carl, so I will forever call Chicken Carl.
Why are you saying it's past tense?
You're right. He's not gone yet, and what I mean by that is
no. I'm talking about the
Carl
rooster.
is. Carl's
gone.
Carl's gone. I'm talking about the rooster.
Carl's gone.
Oh shit! I didn't know that.
Yeah, Carl's gone. He's no longer with
Zed's
Corey.
dead, baby. Zed's dead.
Yeah. So
Zed's dead, baby. Zed's dead.
I went out there today in the driveway and put some chicken in the deep fryer, and yeah, it came out a little blacker than we were expecting. So,
shout out to my grandma. She passed away a long time ago, but she forever left an impression on me, and not a good one. I was like 5 or 6. And she gives me a chicken to hold, and she tells me to hold it for a second. So I'm like a dumbass. I'm not paying attention to what she's doing. I'm looking at the chicken, and I'm like, yeah, I'm petting it, and I'm about ready to give it a name, and then she grabs it from the neck and just twists it and kill it right there in front of me. And she goes, hold it into it so that I can, do what she had to do. And I'm like, you just killed a chicken. I'm 5 years old. kills the chicken from me, takes it from my, she told me to hold it so she can get the angle of the head. And I'm like, no, and I'm like, a fair warning would have been good. She goes, would you have kept holding it? I said, no, that's why I didn't tell you. I'm like, man, Grandma, that's jacked up, man. And she's been gone a lot. She's been gone since the 1980s.
Can you hear Tony cackling in the background?
I heard somebody gagging or laughing. Who was that? Oh, Tony?
Yeah, Tony's over here laughing. She's laughing. She's hearing you. Oh my gosh.
Oh, she's laughing off my pain.
So my dad.
My scar
after
as
your
a
pain.
kid, and you're laughing, Tony. Shame on you. No, I'm just kidding. I just.
That's coming from been chased by 2 geese.
So my mom and dad, they have a pretty nice backyard, right? And they bought a goose. Well, then when you go get a second one, you have geese. Then they got a third one, right? And I don't know what it is. Maybe it's the color, whatever. I understand by researching geese, they don't like the color red or orange. I'm always wearing 49er colors or San Francisco Giant colors. I mean, it's either orange and black.
Basically, you're wearing the 2 colors they don't like.
Right. So I'd go in the backyard. I'd go to the garage. We have a TV in the garage, trying to just go from the house to the garage was the struggle. They always thought it was funny. And I'm like, no, it's not funny trying to get, stop a goose from coming at you. Right. And, she's over here giggling because she knows the struggle too, because she wears red and they'd come through, it's like nobody else would get bit up, and it wasn't that we were, we didn't do anything to them, it was because we wore a certain color.
Maybe they were cowboy geese.
Have you ever, about the guard geese?
No, I don't even think I ever seen a geese in my life.
Oh,
I probably have, but
they've got really big geese.
Well, I definitely want to see one now because I can't
they got
run
really big geese that are extra aggressive, and they're like territorial. And
really,
I grew up on the res, so
you grew up in the res for reals?
Yeah. So
I didn't know that.
My property, on the road that I grew up on, on 27th, we called it the Quill, 27th Avenue. The Tulalip Casino is on it. So if you Google Tulalip Casino, you will look right below it on the opposite side of I-5. It'll be 27th Avenue. That's the road I grew up on. You'll see Boom City on the Google map and all that. My house, I had
Cherokee
to walk.
Land?
No, Tulalip. It's actually, I believe, 3 or 4
Okay.
tribes that are combined into one. Tulalip was the biggest group of people, the biggest tribe as far as numbers, and so that's kind of who got the name. But there's multiple big families in there. Moses, Warren, or Moses Gobin. I'm drawing a blank now. Anyway, but I used to have to walk down this long driveway shared with like 3 neighbors, and I was all the way in the back on an L, right? And my first neighbor had a Rottweiler. And if you know anything about the res, there's something called res dogs. Every dog on the res is a res dog. They try to intimidate you and back you down 24/7. They're like bullies trying to steal your lunch money. You know what I mean? They're gonna bully. And this one was a Rottweiler of all dogs. Jesus Christ! So every morning I had to walk around his property, literally walk around his property just to do. And he's just like trying to stop me from getting to the bus. And by the time I get between his property and the other property, I can start and get attacked by geeses. They're almost like 5 foot tall geese. Like their head goes up like that tall, and they're all pissed off and shit. He had 3 of them, and they'd hiss. It's like, oh my God. And then at one point there was a cougar that was out and about in the woods there. So I was walking to school with a fucking knife, ready to stab a fucking cougar.
It's funny how our minds will try to protect us by, I'm not saying that you couldn't handle your business, but a person with a knife and a Kruger, I'm putting my money on the Kruger.
Oh yeah. Oh
But
yeah.
the fact that we're trying to by nature we defend ourselves when so you got a knife, you didn't think about I'm glad that you never had to unless you did, that I'm aware of, but I'm glad you never had to been put to the test who would win, the Kruger or you. I'm glad that never happened.
It was also football season. So like I had my pads in one hand.
Oh, okay.
My backpack was on my shoulders and I had the knife in the other hand. And it was a big ass long knife. Let's just say that.
Those rhombos?
Kinda. Yes.
Okay.
It was very close. It's more of like not like as wide as that, but it's a camping
so more like
knife,
a Michael Myers.
I don't know. I didn't watch a lot of things. It wasn't as big and wide as like a Rambo knife or a Bowie knife. It was like a little bit wider than the handle, but still, look,
okay.
That and a helmet, I'm getting a couple off. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting a couple off. All I wanted was a fighting chance. That's all I wanted. I don't give a shit. I just want to be able to, I don't want to be a bitch. I wanted to know it fucking tangled with something it probably shouldn't have. You know what I'm saying?
No, I hear you. And I'll give you my perspective. Let's see. Don't be a bitch, fight a Kruger, and maybe not get killed, or be a bitch, run away, and don't face the Kruger. I'm a bitch, number one.
How am I running away? I can't run away from that. You know what I'm saying?
It was that close?
Well, serpentine, right? You're supposed
I thought he was kind of like at a distance that you had to go towards him.
No, so like there's
if he was already in your vicinity
on the other side. So no.
That's
well, they were
different.
like it was in the woods around the area that I lived, right? And the gravel driveway that I walked down was only as wide as a car, well, two cars essentially. So when it got to the part where the houses weren't around and there was areas for it to jump out of the woods at me, I was on the farther side, so I had like 2 car widths of space just in case. But I also had like 5 minutes of walking.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? To get away from that part of the forest. And there's still forest on the other side. And and there's still another 5 minutes to the bus stop, and then you got to wait at the bus stop. So it's like I was just ready. Let's just say that.
Seahawks have a way to self-disclose, man. Stupid Seahawks. They went for it. They went for it on 4th and 1, didn't get it, and now they're being ran down the middle by Pollard.
No. Oh, so you like the first Rambo movie?
Me? Oh, I love all the Rambos. But the first one was always the best one.
He had to buy. I guess him and his agent bought that movie back. Bought that movie because there was some weird stuff going on, and essentially they just cut out all his speaking parts and then recast like some stuff, and that's how they saved that movie. It was going to be something else that was going to be atrocious. I can't remember what it was.
So that he bought out prior to coming out to the public.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm glad he did, because that was a great movie.
Holy shit. Yeah. No, when I heard that, I was like, oh, if that would have came out as like what he was saying, a whole bunch of people would have been totally fucking crushed. You know what I mean? Like it wouldn't have been the same movie, and it would just been fucking shitty. Dude.
Yeah, it's hard for me to try to picture a different version of it based on what I've seen, and it's I just can't see it.
If I stumble across the clip, I'll send it to you so you can kind of get a better gist, because I don't do it justice on how he was explaining it. Because I remember when I heard it, I was like, oh yeah, you're right, that would fucking be shitty. It was like some dumbass shit. It was like
Yeah, I love the whole part when he was when he's up in the forest, you know. And I hope I'm not spoiling it. It's an old movie, so I'm pretty sure a lot of us already seen it. But if I'm spoiling it, I apologize. But when
It was
he's
like
up in the
Predator
hills,
before Predator.
yeah, when he was up in the hills and they're trying to send all the sheriffs and whatever they are, and one guy goes, he's just one man. You know,
Yeah.
I'm not doing it justice by quoting it, but he's just one man. He goes, that's more than enough. You know what I mean? It's like, you don't know who you're facing. He was like a trained killer in the service, and he was, you know,
You know
could he
what
have been a little
movie?
bit rougher? Yes. I think he was a little too gentle for my liking.
You know what movie I thought was gonna be corny, and then I watched it and I was like, oh, this movie's pretty fucking good.
What's that?
The Fugitive.
With Harrison Ford?
Yeah, I'd seen like the old school version of that, and I was like, this is gonna be corny. And I
it's
saw the
pretty good.
trailers, and it's really good.
It was with Harrison Ford and the other actor. He was in a soap opera. I forgot his name.
Harrison Ford and Tommy Lee Jones.
That's the guy that I was talking about. Yeah,
he was in a soap opera.
Yeah, he started in General Hospital.
Oh, really?
Yep.
My grandma was a Days of Our Lives.
Oh, Days of Our Lives. I'm still a General Hospital guy.
Oh.
Yeah, I like soap operas. Sorry. And Bold and the Beautiful.
Is Stefano de Mera Domingo, is Stefano still alive, or
no? Not
did Sammy kill him? No.
General Hospital all the way. Sorry.
You watch General Hospital?
Days of Our Lives.
Oh man, you got me excited, bro.
Hey,
that's messed up.
I got a
Sunny
question.
all the way.
That's what my mom used to watch all the time. So, what was it, Sunny and Laura, or
No, that's Laura and
no, Hope or Bobby.
No,
Bobby passed away recently in real life.
And
wait, Bobby, the Lisa.
I'm gonna call my mama.
The actress, right? I can't think of her first name, but the one that played Bobby on General Hospital, or we're talking a different soap opera?
No, Bobby on Days of Our Lives.
No,
we're talking GH, man.
Hope and what's his name got
I don't know if I
together,
like
and then she left the
Days.
show, so she died off, and then Bobby came in to his life. I can't remember his name, and I didn't like Bobby in the beginning because I liked Hope, and then after the years came on, I was like, and Hope started coming back, and I was like, nah, fuck Hope. Bobby's fine as fuck.
I started watching because of females, and then I started enjoying the plots. The reason I like about General Hospital, because it's not just a girl. It has a lot of like mobsters and selling drugs and coffee importers and the mob type of
coffee
things in there.
What kind of shit do the coffee importers get up to? I want to know. I might want to get into some of that.
Well, you know what? It's not really coffee they're importing, but that's what they're going to go with.
Oh, it's Colombian coffee that they're importing. Got you.
Yeah, that kind of coffee.
Old Juan and his trusty steed.
Yes.
His old mule.
Juan
Valdez gets up real early.
35.
Yeah, they just got the 2-point conversion.
But yeah, all they got to do is kick a field goal. Oh no, that'll tie it.
Let's go. But their field goal kicker hasn't been the best.
Missed one earlier, wide right.
He can kick 50. He can kick 50
from a good 55. Distance, from a reasonable distance. Sorry, Brian.
I hope he's better than your camera.
I know my camera.
Or your internet.
I having to adjust it today. I'm sorry, guys. Let me go back and do it. But no, the kicker, the Seattle kicker, did miss a kick the other day.
Hey, that rookie for the Cowboys. Remember the Cowboys last year? All they couldn't kick it for their lives. They had that one kicker that they couldn't kick, and now they have that rookie. He's 27 to 27. He hasn't missed a kick all year. He's a rookie. Can't say the same thing from our kicker. Although our kicker's been doing good. Although he's been doing good, I'm pleased. Now we'll find out in that rain and weather in Philly if it does rain. I hope it doesn't rain because that can really mess it up for us.
But
Prop
will
Purdy
it?
can't hold the ball when it's wet.
Well, that's kind of what I want to see.
Like the Browns game. Remember when he just oops? That ball just came out of his hands.
That happens
But
against anybody, like even guys with big hands and stuff like that. It does. It really does.
Yeah, it does, but it doesn't happen when you have smaller hands either.
I want to see how he adjusts. We can't be hampered by rainy days. If he needs to wear a glove, he needs to wear a glove, right? All I'm saying is we need to figure out how he overcomes this type of stuff because he can't be hampered by this shit. I don't think he'll let himself be hampered by this.
No, he's too much of a competitor.
Right, exactly. So
to do that.
Yeah, he just needs to figure it out.
Touched it a little bit. He touched it a little bit. He had spoken already and said when it's like, a little rainy, he doesn't feel like he needs to wear a glove. But if it gets really, really wet, he says he has put a glove on in the past, and he just he believes in himself and he'll just go from there. But he's not opposed to wearing gloves, but he's going to come out and just be him, and that's what he said. I think today or yesterday, but I don't think we have to worry about the size of his hands. I think it, because like again, like not everybody, your hand could be, 7 inches, 6.5 inches. It's about your hand strength too, right? So.
Which he probably hasn't been able to do much of in the off season.
Well, you got to think about that two different ways, right? Because your hand muscles, right, your hand tension and stuff like that should be a little bit different than your throwing tension. Right? And hey, I'm not a doctor, but
put your hand down here.
Yeah, I feel you.
It's not that it's all there, but it's around all that shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like obviously
right.
It connects. That's why when they were talking about fatigue, like Trey Lance's fatigue, and last year I was saying, hey, maybe it was because the injury to his finger and he was throwing off of a different finger. You would feel that down here because you're exercising a different muscle when it's going off, and you would get that down here in your arm, and that's where it was.
Shout out to Niner for life. We are Corey Strong.
That's right. Quest for Corey.
We appreciate you. And yes, this is a quest for Corey.
Quest for Corey.
That was one of probably the most beautiful things or smartest things I've ever heard John Jay say.
What did he say?
Quest for Corey.
John Jay?
It's not a quest for 6. It's a quest for Corey.
Wait a minute. Niner for life is John Jay?
No. John Jay was on the show earlier today.
Oh, okay. That threw me off.
And he had said that. And then he came in and said, Corey, and I threw on the Corey Strong because he had put the emoji in as well. And it just brought me back to what Corey had said. What John Jay had said.
Okay, here we go. Game is on the line. 4-4. The Seahawks are going for it. They don't get it here. Game is over. Well, not really over, but it's pretty much over.
Pretty much over.
Here comes the pass rush. What was? Oh my God.
See, I'm just
Geno Smith is a. Look at Pete Carroll. He didn't even stop chewing.
Oh, geez.
Geno Smith. What was he doing?
I'm at 3rd-4 with 3 minutes and 20 seconds left. So I'm just a second behind you, I guess. Oh, boy. He threw it to number 11, who was almost behind the first down yard line.
Bland is the best one. Oh, my God. Bland could have had a second. Look at that. Way overthrown. On a 4th. Oh, my God.
It's 4th-4 now. And, oh, geez. Looks like they're just giving the game away. 3 minutes and 10 seconds left.
Geno Smith is trash.
He just might be. Shout out to Nathan Z, Corey. We appreciate you. Your prayers are there. We appreciate you, Nathan Z. Keep coming through. The Pick'em show will go on. David will be taking on it for the next week. So if you can jump on a David McNider's show for Wednesday, that's where we're going to be at. Unless Corey is up to it for health reasons. 35-38. I think the game's over. There's 3 minutes and 11 seconds left. I think Beto just called it as well. Geno Smith pulled his helmet off. Looks like he's walking to the locker room.
He's walking to the locker room.
I just said it looks like it.
Oh, I was gonna say, dude, you can't give up on the. I mean, that's terrible look for Geno if he did that.
I mean, he
Look
pulls
at
his
that. There you
helmet
go.
off.
Oh, yeah, the game is. Oh my God,
You see what I'm saying?
Dallas is about to score.
Oh no!
Yeah.
If they score, if they
Too
Dallas
bad. Too,
scores right
too
now,
bad.
that's
My
another 40
fantasy
points.
football game is already in the shitter. I don't have no hopes of winning it, going to the playoffs. Otherwise, I'll be excited about CeeDee Lamb. But I don't even look at my.
Hey, Tony is in second place. I'm in third place in Mariah's league.
I forgot all about Mariah's league. I never changed anything in that damn thing.
No, you're not in there. After you.
Okay, then I'm on a different one than Mariah sent me.
Yeah, you're
Or
in
someone
Mariah.
else did, maybe.
Yeah,
I don't
You're-
know.
you
I'm
put
on a couple that
Mariah-
I've.
Isn't Mariah playing with you and Steve-O and Ryan?
I
And,
think so.
Eric?
To be honest with you, that's why I don't really jump onto free ones because I really don't pay no attention to them.
Hey, that's why when we were talking earlier in the season, I was like, man, if I do yours, that'd be 3 leagues. And I don't know if I'd have time. So currently,
Well,
in
mine's
the-
for money, so you always put the
mine's for
first.
money, too.
Yours for money?
Yeah, Mariah's for money, and so is Jess's. And I know yours was for money too. I was like thinking,
Oh,
no,
Jesse.
if I put
No, I'm
three-
on it. Okay.
if I put 3 leagues out there, that's
How
just
much
gonna
is
be-
how much is theirs?
it was like 25 and 50 or something like that. 25 or 40 or something. I don't know.
Jesse was the most expensive one, right?
Yeah, it was like 20 and 25. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wasn't too expensive, but still it's a lot of fun. But it depends on if you're playing with people who want to play, and then that makes it more fun.
Even if it's for free and everybody just pitches in for I don't know, some kind of like a bout that goes around, and now you're maybe not playing for money, but you're playing for the bout, and you're playing for something, so people get motivated to. Because I don't like free ones because a lot of the people don't go in there and change their players who are in buys. So now you have a team playing against a disabled team because half of their team is on buys.
Yeah.
And they haven't exchanged it. And I get frustrated with that. So
maybe next year we'll play together and maybe we could do something where like the winner of the league could everybody just my thoughts. Maybe next year we could set up a league where everybody could say, okay, we're gonna put $5 in and the winner is gonna get a pizza and a cool trophy, or something like that, But
like my league, if you don't replace your guys that are in buys, and you don't give me a legitimate reason why you didn't do it, you get kicked out. You automatically lose.
Yeah,
I don't care what your record is.
I don't have a quarterback,
and they know that's going into the game. They know it. So
I don't have a quarterback this week because I'm on a bye, but I'm still projected to win. So that wouldn't be fair to kick me out.
Yeah, no, that it will still be valid. You have to replace the player.
I'm not picking up another quarterback if I could still win the league. With
But those are the challenges that people put in. That like you have to have a backup. I always keep a floater player that is not that good, but it's just there so that I can float people in and out. So I can put my good player that is on a bye on the bench and then just bring in whatever quarterbacks out there.
So this is how dedicated I am, or faithful, I guess. I have Aaron Rodgers in both leagues, and he's on my IR in both leagues because if he comes back, I'm starting him.
Yeah, and that I'm not saying you're not
But I
motivated.
don't have
but-
another quarterback. You know what I
but
mean?
you have,
Like, I only
yeah, but
have-
you have him on the IR. It doesn't count against your roster. So, are you really motivated by having him there?
No, but that's my point too. Though I don't have a backup quarterback. I only have one quarterback.
Yeah.
So if my quarterback goes
Put him on your main
bye-
roster and just sit him there. See how motivated you are. Yeah, there goes that motivation out the window, doesn't it?
do you think he's going
Right.
to play this season?
No, bro. They just opened the 21 window because they need to finesse his ego. He needs to
Oh,
be,
man.
and they're trying to bring him morale into the team. Look at the record. What is he going to come back for? Endanger himself. He wants to be strong next year. It's not like you're going to will these
It makes no
players
sense.
into the play. Yeah, it makes no sense. But he wants to be out there with the guys, practicing and throwing the ball. You can't do that legally if you're an IR. So they open up the window. Just the beautiful thing about it is they don't have to put him on the roster now. In 21 days, if he doesn't get active, he'll go on IR for the rest of the year. But I think he already knows that, right? It's just like, hey, yeah, I'll be very shocked if he plays.
I agree.
If
I
they were winning and they had a chance to make the playoffs, and then I can understand the effort. But at this point, that offensive line couldn't protect you. Why in the hell would you put yourself in that situation? Yeah, no, he's not that stupid, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
And
Is it
as a
weird?
coach, you wouldn't want him to go out there like that right now. You'd be like, hey,
that's
hold on.
That's a fire offense. Yeah.
Yeah, let us get something in free agency. Let us draft some people. We'll take another shot at it next year, champ.
Can you
Let
imagine
our
he
third
goes
string
back in there and
quarterback-
gets hurt, and then he's really not coming in by the beginning of the of next year's camp? Yeah.
So stupid. It would just be totally negligible.
Is it weird? Or is it just like, like maybe I'm just looking at it just one way. Maybe I need to do a little deeper dive. But maybe this is the question. Are certain teams farms for other teams? Like we're a quarterback farm for Kansas City.
You're asking a guy that was an A's fan before becoming a Giants fan, was an A's fan for over 30 years. That is the limit. A's fan, anybody who's ever been on the A's, that's what they are. A farming, they get all these players, develop, and then they go into other teams and make their money. I'm like, that's where I finally left. I'm not a quitter. I don't quit on my teams.
They
But
do that
that
with fan
owner-
bases too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, real quick. Next year, this is probably their last year in Oakland. And if you
and that's another reason too. They're going to Vegas for sure now.
If you would like to attend the game with us, me and Tony and my fan bam, your lovely wife, if you can bring her, Laura Cat, we're going to try to make it to an A's game next year. Their last season. So we just pick a game and all of us just make it over there.
Let's pick an A's and Giants game.
That'd be great. I love the Giants, so that'd be really fun. But I definitely want to go to a Oakland Coliseum game, before they move. And that's the point. But it's just one of those things. It really is. It's sad when teams move around. They tear teams, families up. They really do. They destroy lives, jobs, but whatever, right?
They're terrible. The owner's terrible.
We forgot to do raids today. So Bebop Jones is going to be in charge of picking the channels out for raids, but tonight was a little special. We weren't worried about raids, but coming up, watching the Mondays and the Thursday night games, we will be doing raids.
So Beto, real quick, let everybody know who's listening, and so everybody just knows. Ryan's gonna probably go a little live earlier tomorrow, just in case Corey can jump on, and if he can, then we'll send his brother a link. Right now Corey's sleeping. I got a picture of him, and he's doing okay. Tomorrow you go ahead and host the show. Then Jason's gonna host the show after you, and if anybody wants to come in, you host the show the way you want to host the show. You can talk about Niners and stuff. And then if there is a point in time,
okay, Jason did text me, and I'm like, all he said is, how did he put it? Something about, let me read it. And I did not understand it. I'm like, okay, there's no context here. I'm like, What are you
Jason-
referring to? That I remember that I talked to you earlier about. I think he's thinking about doing the show after me, and I kind of put it together, and I understood it better. But based on what he wrote, I had no clue what the heck he was talking about. I'm like, what are you talking about, Jason? What do you put here? Hey, Beto, Brian was saying maybe you can host the first show. Then me next day.
So
Next
Beto, you'll do
maybe
7
next hour.
You'll do 7 to 9, and then he'll do 9 to 11.
7 and 9. Okay.
You're 7 to 9.
And
Okay.
you run the show the way you want to run the show. You bring up topics the way you want to bring up topics. You bring on the guests that you want to bring on, but everybody in the Twitter group is like host, so they'll all have the link. You know, when they come in, you know, hopefully you can bring them in if there's room. But for the most part, there should be room, and not everybody can always make it, so that's what makes this fun too. But we'll always have a spot. We'll always have a spot for Corey. And Corey, if he can come back in anytime soon, then he can host. But the schedule might get changed up here a little bit. Ryan and Corey normally host, and then like me and David normally host, and then Jason normally hosts with Joe. You know, and we were hoping that you and Bashar could host. I got to reach out to Bashar, but I know he does things on Friday nights, but he'll pop in too. So I don't know if he's ready to like host a show, but I'll ask him. And I know Terradome and Twin, they have a unique schedule, so they can only do it like every other Friday because of Terradome's schedule.
Okay, yeah, he works late nights too.
Yeah, he works night shift, and you know,
night
he gets
shift.
yeah. So I'll keep it rolling. David's gonna help me. David McNire's gonna help me with the schedule, and we'll get everybody rolling.
4-2, baby. 4-2 Seahawks. Now, if they miss this, if they fail to convert this into a first down, game is over with 1 minute and 11 seconds to go, and they're at the 50-yard line.
You're on fourth down already.
There you go, Gino. Yep, typical Gino. Typical Gino throws it at the foot of his player. It's not soccer, buddy. It's football. You throw it towards the hands. I mean, he did have Parsons on his ass, but yeah, Gino is a trash. I'm sorry.
I just got to fourth.
Look at what Bebop said. Gino, what the exactly, Bebop? What the heck was Gino doing? When you see it, you're gonna laugh. I mean, he did have a defender in his face, but you throw it at the feet. Even the receiver is looking at him like, what are you doing?
4th and 2, 1 minute and 11 seconds. Gino's gonna
Gino doing Gino stuff. Dallas kneels down and.
Well, I give Gino
Joe,
a little bit of
Joe's
a
in
break.
here watching. Joe, your team sucks.
I give Gino a little bit of a break on that one. He did get pressured.
Nope. He's trash.
Yeah.
I'm
You're
about
too
to
nice,
watch it
Brian.
now.
You tell me, Ryan. I've never said that defender wasn't on his ass, but you tell me, Ryan. Am I overreacting?
No, I'm not.
Or is Brian not reacting enough?
I should probably react more.
You can't throw it. It's better to throw a pick six in that situation than to throw it at his feet.
Yeah, you need to give him a player a chance.
There's no.
It's almost like he just flinged it out there, like go for it.
Like he was expecting, like it's 3rd down. Oh, I'll just get another down at it. You know what I mean? Like,
right. And I understand there was pressure on him, and the way he was, but I don't know. At least, yeah. Take this damn sack, whatever. But you know, he said, "Well, I throw it. You throw it on the feet." The player's like, I forgot who he was throwing it to. Is like,
it was 4th down, dude. It was 4th down. You got no time, no nothing. It's fourth down. You got to make something.
Yep. Dallas goes to 9-3.
This is the other thing. He had so much pressure so quick off the line. That wasn't the open guy.
So we'll find out more on next Sunday when we face the Seahawks again. This is a lot of people don't realize how good, and I'm not referring to both of you or anybody in the chat. I'm just saying in general, how people don't really realize that really don't watch football or break down film how good the Niners team is. The Seahawks just gave Dallas a run for their money today, and they could not do anything against the Niners at home. The Niners put you in so many bad situations that they make you look at one thing and they do something different. And all it takes is 1 second for your linebacker to react the wrong way, and now you're screwed. And that's what I love about Kyle, man. Kyle schemes. This is why, as bad as our offensive line, you know, we're 21 in offensive line, but Brock is playing the way he's playing. It's not. Kyle likes to scheme the offense, not necessarily have great players in the offense. He just has to have serviceable players, and the way he schemes situations, he wins most of those plays against top defenders.
Well,
because there's. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I think the way we use our blocking packages up front. You know, the calls that not Brunskill, but Brendel makes.
Yeah,
I think those really kind of are force multipliers for our guys. Like, we've got a bunch of run-of-the-mill guys out there, but they're able to go around there and work up against the big boys and do some stuff. And it's not because they're extremely talented. It's just because they got a system that they can rely on. And when it comes down to certain things, they're just like, I know I can block for 2 seconds. And that's all they're asked to do is block for 2 seconds and some change. That's all it is.
If that blows up, then you're just a bad offensive. Now, with that said, you do need a silverback to lead that offense. In order for Kyle to do what Kyle wants to do, you need someone like Trent Williams. This is why it's no coincidence that we couldn't run for shit in the games where Trent Williams was out of the game, and yet Trent Williams come back and the next we're running all over the place. That's not a coincidence.
I got something for you. So, Hassan Reddick injured Brock last year, this and that, blah, blah, blah. Talking big and bad right now. What do you think of my idea of early on in the game, maybe putting Trent Williams in motion up, towards Hassan Reddick's side, and when they hike the ball, have Trent Williams just level the shit out of him? Because, he's been coming up field again like he doesn't care about anything else. He's just going for the quarterback again, right? So let's just take his head off, level his ass to the point where he will instinctively put his head on a swivel anytime he gets deeper than the tackle. You know what I'm saying? Huh?
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah, throw him at him.
You know what I mean?
They gotta do something, man, because that guy's mouth is way too big. But he's the only one that is doing any damage on that offense. Carter's okay, the rookie. I'm not going to take anything away from the rookie, but and then what's him? The other guy in the middle, one of their veterans is hurt. He might not even play. Cox, I think is who it is.
Fletcher Cox. That's a hard guy to forget.
Yeah,
that guy's a beast.
And so he might not play.
Also,
listen,
their nose
they give up
tackle,
246 yards. Yeah, they're 19 in giving up points. Niners are number 1 in allowing points with our defense. So they gave up 246 points. The highest we given up is 170, which people might say, well, 170 is a lot, but it's not. But anyway, yeah, to Brian's comment, same here. My food's been in the microwave for an hour. My wife's hasn't texted me, so I'm blessed. Normally she'll be like, "Where are you at? You told me to make you something." But anyway, I want to say thank you for the link, Ryan. Thank you for inviting me. To all those that are popping in or going out or seeing this on the replay, I just want to say, man, that continue to keep Corey in your prayers. He is fighting a fight for his life right now, and let's not give up hope, but let's fight, man. Let's send a lot of positive energy his way, and fight for him. This is my opinion, and my opinion only. If he does come on alive, maybe treat him like if nothing's wrong with him, because sometimes, at least, and maybe I'm wrong, yeah, but I feel that try to give him as much as normalcy as possible. Feel like one of the guys, and I guess if you want to talk to him privately, you probably, I don't know, that's just me though, but I just like to look at everybody like me with my disability. When people look at me with disability, they look at me different, and it kind of gets annoying. It's like, hey, I can still walk, man. I can still, dude, I need a cane. All right. But I can, stop looking at me like I'm about, I hate to use that word die, but that's an expression, but you know what I mean? But Corey, love you, man. If you're watching this on the replay, I tried to contact you earlier. We're not available, obviously, for reasons that I understand with hospice. Love you, man. I'm keeping prayer for you, man, and get better soon. And to his family, keep him in your prayers, man. I know we're busy. I know it's holiday season, but all it takes is a minute or a few minutes just in your daily life to remember Corey and be positive about him. And if you can send him a text, those that have his phone number, even if he doesn't read it, just send him a text. I'm pretty sure his brothers will read it to him, that he just show the love. So anyway, but with that, Ryan, thank you for bringing me on. Brian, you guys are amazing. I'll set it up. Okay, real quick before I do go. So do I just go live at 7 and invite people in, or?
It's tomorrow before you go live, you make your StreamYard account, post it, for 7 o'clock. Copy the link, throw it in the Twitter group, and then we'll go from there. And if you want to bring anybody else on, after people start,
it's going to be me and Jess for sure.
Yes. So you and her are hosting it for sure, right? But
yeah, because we're doing our show at 5, and then I'll talk to her after our show and tell her about.
So just put the link in the Friday night chat, and then we'll all pile in at 7. All right.
All right, guys.
Okay.
Later.
And with that, yeah,
thanks for coming on, Ryan. Go ahead.
I just wanted to thank the chat for showing up tonight. Bryant, is there anything you wanted to say? Go ahead.
Thank you for hosting. I know you do this a lot. It's a lot of fun. Thanks for bringing me on. I need a little bit of time before I could come on. Thanks for everybody coming on, and really do just appreciate it. And it's a community, and communities become families, and it's really neat when you are able to build friendships like this. It has been a lot of fun being on with you, Ryan, and everybody else that we've gotten to meet. And please pray for Corey if you can. And if there is an opportunity we can get him back on alive, all of us are going to be going live. So,
yep. And with that, like I said, appreciate everybody in the chat. I'll be going live tomorrow, 5 o'clock. I'll drop the chat or the link in the chat. You can come on and speak your piece, let people know, and let Corey know how you feel about him. So, yeah. All right. With that, we're out of here. Go Niners. Let's beat them Eagles. Quest for Corey.
Quest for Corey.